24/7 support that answers in seconds. You work hard for your business. Get the fuel card that's going to work hard for you. Get A to B. No credit check required. Apply today at AT.com/redeye. That's ATOP.com/redeye. For a limited time, you get a $50 credit. That's ATB.com/redeye. ATB.com/redeye. You get a $50 credit. ATB.com/redeye.
All right, we're going to do bench presses and row for upper body today. Sound good?
I'm just so tired after driving a truck all week. I feel like I don't have enough time.
Have you downloaded the Weigh My Truck app from Catscale? It can save you a ton of time when checking your weight.
Wait, can you spot me?
Your time is money, and nobody knows it better than Catscale. That's why we offer the Weigh My Truck app absolutely free. Now you can complete your entire weigh without ever leaving your truck. You can see your weights on your mobile device, and scale tickets are automatically emailed to you. Best of all, weighing with Catscale means you're backed by the Catscale guarantee. Remember, time is money, so get weighed and get going with the Weigh My Truck app. Visit WeighMyTruck.com to find out more about how this app can revolutionize how you weigh your truck. That's WeighMyTruck.com.
Rise and shine, truckers. It's time for today's Roll Haul. I'm hauling coffee.
I'm hauling books.
Chairs.
And I'm still hauling coffee. From hauling coffee to more coffee, Progressive Commercial saves safe truckers an average of $3,740 when they share their ELD data with us. Get a quote in as little as 5 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. State customers based on FMCSA inspections, driving history, and other data for for-hire transportation. Not available in all states. Savings not guaranteed. Every renewal driving data could increase or decrease premiums.
The St. Christopher Truckers Relief Fund invites all over the road Class A CDL holders to join our smoking cessation program, Rigs Without Cigs. Participants receive tools to assist in quitting, along with support and accountability from the program manager and others in the program. Incentive packages are offered by the Road Pro family of brands for all who stop using tobacco through the Rigs Without Cigs program. Go to truckersfund.org under the Health and Wellness tab and sign up for Rigs Without Cigs.
News Radio 1440, WLWI AM, the home of the Dan Bongino Show. Also on 95.1 HD3 FM, Montgomery, Alabama, a Cumulus media station. This is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Liberty Mutual Insurance.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. Hurricane Ian, the most powerful to ever hit the U.S., has ratcheted down to a tropical storm after making landfall with a vengeance.
The storm is doing a number on the state of Florida.
Governor DeSantis after the system blasted the state's southwest coast with 150-mile-an-hour winds, torrential rain, and storm surge that forced this woman in Kissimmee to escape her home through a window.
I ended up having to put the cats on the very top of the kitchen, the top of the cabinets. They're kind of like freaking out. I tried to put them in a bin and carry them out, but the water was so deep I had to swim.
Many stranded in homes, cars, even a nursing home. More than 2 million customers have no power, and Ian powers on. Meteorologist Craig Allen with our affiliate WCBS.
There could be record rainfall falling along some of the rivers, which will continue right across central Florida today, and this flash flooding will work its way on up through Georgia and South Carolina and into North Carolina over the next couple of days.
A day after North Korea fired 2 short-range ballistic missiles, Vice President Harris visited the demilitarized zone between North and South.
Our shared goal, the United States and the Republic of Korea, is a complete denuclearization of the Korean Peninsula.
A hip-hop star has died. Coolio cranked out hits like Fantastic Voyage and the Grammy-winning Gangsta's Paradise from 1995. DJ Daryl.
I'm pretty sure people will play a lot of his music and remember what those songs brought to them and what they reminded them of that time.
Coolio was 59, cause of death undetermined. A Massachusetts-based firm says it's testing a bionic pancreas that manages blood sugar levels for type 1 diabetics. The automated wearable device performs automatic maintenance to regulate the condition. Last night, the Yankees' Aaron Judge finally got his history-tying hit.
And the 3-2. Drill deep to left field. This could be it. See ya. He's done it. Number 61.
Judge on the Yes Network tying Roger Maris 16 one-year-olds American League season record. CBS's Chris Mavridis from Toronto.
MLB's been using specially marked baseballs each time Aaron Judge has come up to bat. They're each numbered, but also marked with something so secret that Major League Baseball won't reveal exactly what it is. Didn't matter this time. His 61st home run ball sailed right into the Blue Jays bullpen, and they handed it over to the Yankees dugout.
Yanks beat the Blue Jays 8-3. This is CBS News.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance, so you only pay for what you need. Visit libertymutual.com to learn more.
Attention all business owners who rent or lease space, including storage space. Stop wasting your money paying someone else for your space. You can now save money and own your building with the incredible sale prices from General Steel. That's right, start saving money every month on renting space from others. Just call 877-25-STEEL to see how General Steel can help you save money. Our 50-year structural warranty buildings are custom designed for your needs and save you a ton of money. Call 877-25-STEEL.
Take it from a successful entrepreneur. If you need to expand or start a new business, you need General Steel.
Great team and the competitive pricing is the reason I went with General Steel.
Call 877-25-STEEL now, and you can get any of our popular quick construction structures, including a 40 by 60 foot building or a 50 by 100 clear span building, fast and easy. Call 877-25-STEEL. That's 877-257-8335. 877-25-STEEL.
A rap star says her latest venture was like playing out of a wine glass. A first on stage during Lizzo's tour stop last night in Washington, D.C. She played a few notes from a 220-year-old crystal flute, once owned by former President James Madison. It was an instrument loaned to Lizzo by the Library of Congress. In a tweet, they say she's now the first and only person to ever play it. The flute was made by French inventor Claude Laurent. He gave it to Madison for his second inauguration in 1813. Monica Ricks, CBS News. A new study in the journal Mayo Clinic Proceedings finds doctor burnout has shot up to alarming levels since the pandemic began. 63% surveyed report symptoms of emotional exhaustion, up from 44% in 2017. Burnout linked to higher rates of alcohol abuse, suicidal ideation, as well as medical errors. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Football season is here, which means lots of TV on your deck or outdoor area. And we already know that no one can glare the sun on the game when our favorite team is about to score. So let's fix that problem by saying no to the sun and yes to enjoying your space. With quality motorized shades from Just Blinds, free consultation, free expert measurement, professional installation, and guaranteed satisfaction. Visit us today at JoeJustBlinds.com. That's JoeJustBlinds.com.
The Montgomery Department of Cultural Affairs is calling all creative minds. The department exists to engage, enlighten, and elevate a diverse, inclusive cultural arts community. They're committed to strengthening and showcasing organizational and individual cultural endeavors in our hometown. To advance this cause, they're seeking individual artists, artisans, advocacy groups, schools, and avid patrons of the arts. If this is you, visit MontgomeryAL.gov and click on the Cultural Affairs page to register to be part of Montgomery's creative community.
Hey folks, this is Major Delay. Not too long ago, I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. Now, few things are as important as the health of my teeth. First order of business, have your teeth checked by a podiatrist. Without hesitation, I told my doctor, I'm going to Dr. Brian Kelly, Greenville Foot Care. I went to his clinic on Whitten Block. I'm fabulous. His staff was working and professional. I was in and out in less than 30 minutes. And in that short span of time, with a few simple observations, Dr. Kelly shed light on two major issues I had had with my feet and ankles all my life. I was amazed. Not only was the checkup quick and easy, I felt comfortable and informed. He even recommended certain running shoes that better fit the structure of my feet. And your insurance even pays for annual visits to a podiatrist to better your health. No referral necessary for most insurance. Hey, walk, crawl, limp, roll, any way you can get there, but see Dr. Brian Kelly at Greenville Foot Care. Call for an appointment 334-265-7585 or check out greenvillefootcare.com.
No representation is made as to the quality of podiatric services to be performed or as to the expertise of podiatrists for any such services.
Don't miss Sean Hannity.
Biden incoherently adheres
Live this afternoon at 2 p.m. on News Radio 1440. Your WSFA First Alert Weather Forecast on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by Staples Stores. Staples Print and Marketing Services help small businesses create bold signs to make big impressions. Right now, get $10 off custom printed signs, banners, and posters when you spend $50 or more. Offer ends 10/1. Visit staples.com/this is your sign for details. This is your sign to print big at Staples.
Did you guess that it will be breezy again today with plenty of sunshine? Well, you are right on. It's going to be breezy again with the wind speed out of the north and northeast 10 to 20. It will be mostly sunny. And temperatures upper 70s, mid to upper 70s, another below average day. For tonight, we're back down into the low 50s, clear skies, low to mid 80s. Saturday, low 80s again Sunday. Plenty of sun Saturday, a few more clouds on Sunday. That's your first alert forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Seabury for News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Brubaker Motors. Is better at Brubaker on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. Right now, things are looking pretty good on the interstate systems. Nothing's being reported by the authorities that would send you on an alternate route. We do have an accident on Highway 31 at Hyundai Boulevard. Keep your eyes open if you're heading in that direction. You know, Tuesday, October 4th, Trenton State will have an open house at their Patterson campus. Learn about their degrees in business, automotive and diesel, computers, robotics, medical, and so much more. October 4th, Patterson campus from 4 till 8. Buckle up, it's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch traffic, this is Major.
You love your car, yes. But why are you not loving it with those tires that carry you and your family everywhere? Let Chico's Auto Pros show some love with our super savings on tires. Chico's Auto Pros.
Good morning, I'm Jasmine Williams at WSFA 12 News. Here's what's happening this Thursday. Law enforcement agencies, the governor's office, the Red Cross, and others are all pitching in to help those impacted by Hurricane Ian. Evacuees in Alabama can call 211 for information about hotel rooms in New York. With Alabama situated on the dry side of Hurricane Ian, the Alabama Forestry Commission issued a wildfire advisory to most of the state. Red flag warnings have been issued for several counties, including Butler, Temecula, Covington, Crenshaw, Mobile, Monroe, Washington, and Hillcrest counties. The commission is urging caution on any outdoor movement. Financial news this morning. For the second time in 7 years, regulators have ordered Regions Bank to repay customers for charging illegal overdraft fees. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau found that bank executives were aware of the illegal fees and did nothing to stop the practice. I'm Chaz Williams with WSFA 12 News, and these are your morning.
Ron's Roofing knows that when a storm damages your roof, it's hard to know what to do next. Easy. Rely on the most trusted and recognized roofing name, Ron's Roofing. They'll help protect you from the next storm. Ron's Roofing understands that your roof is your home's first line of defense. That's why they work with all insurance companies to ensure that your home is protected from any unexpected storms. A job won't get the Ron's Roofing name on it unless it's done right. Visit ronsroofing.com or call 215-0079.
Finding great candidates to hire can be well, trying to find a new but not its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter are a quality candidate within the first day.
Get this
Try
thing
ZipRecruiter
done.
for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
MyPillow is having their biggest bed sheet sale ever. The MyPillow Percale sheets are available in a variety of colors, and all sizes are on sale. For example, the queen size, regular price $89.98, now only $39.98.
I gotta get one of those.
Order now, as there's a very limited supply. The MyPillow Percale sheets are breathable and have a cool, crisp feel. They have deep pockets to fit over any mattress. These come with a 10-year warranty and a 60-day money-back guarantee. Go to MyPillow.com and click on the radio listener square and use promo code Westwood to receive the MyPillow Percale sheets for as low as $29.98. Order now, because when they're gone, they're gone. Or call 800-653-7485 and use promo code Westwood.
Thinking about life insurance? What if you could make one free phone call and learn the best price from up to 10 price competitive companies? Well, that's exactly what happens when you call SelectQuote. For example, George is 39. He was getting sky-high quotes from other companies because he takes meds to control his blood pressure. But when I shopped around, I found him a 10-year, $500,000 policy for under $22 a month. I'm SelectQuote agent Dan Savino, and believe me, if SelectQuote isn't shopping for your life insurance, you're probably paying too much.
For your free quote, call 800-890-6688. That's 800-890-6688. 800-890-6688. Or go to SelectQuote.com. Since 1985, we shop, you save. Get full details on the
Telling it like it really is. It's the Dan Bongino Show, weekdays from 11 to 2 on News Radio 1440.
Here we go.
Sometimes you need to reset, refocus on your day. The moment where you take a deep breath and change the focus from the problem to the problem solver. This is Decisions with Kevin Elkins.
Tomorrow morning, if you wake up and the sun does not appear.
Woo! I will be here. If in the dark we lose sight of. And good morning, Montgomery, Alabama. It is time to rise and shine, if you can. It is time to rise and shine once again, if you can, for it's another day, one more, that you're on top of the ground, and the ground's not on top of you. Good morning. I'm Kevin Elkins, and this is News Radio 1440. It is time for our daily bread. That's right, a word from on high to either give you a different perspective or a new one. Either way, it's good for the soul. Good morning to you. It is September the 29th, 2022 AD. Today's daily bread is the coffee bean bowl. So it'll be interesting. Today's scripture insight comes from John 12, 1 through 7. But to start us off, 2 Corinthians 2 and 15 says, we are to God the pleasing aroma of Christ. Govern yourselves accordingly. Good morning to you. And again, it is September the 29th. 2022. It is a day that has never been. And like all the days of old, it is a day that shall never, ever come again. And once it's gone, you don't get a do-over. You don't get it back. You don't get to summon it from the past. You don't get to come back and do all the things that you should have done this day that you didn't. And you don't get a chance to come back and undo the things that you do. So whatever it is that you decide to do with this day, make sure that if tomorrow should be, you'll be proud of what you have done this day. Like I say every morning, if you've lived a while, you've seen, you've heard many, many yesterdays. And if we are blessed and given the grace and mercy of God, we may, I'm not sure, but we may see some tomorrows. But if tomorrow should never be, then it is this day. That is the first day of the rest of your life. What are you going to do with it? Well, whatever you do, make sure while you can, or as long as you can, until you can't, reach back every once in a while and help somebody else along the way. Benjamin Elijah May said, whatever we do in life, we should do it so well, no man living, no man dead, and no man yet to be born can do it any better. And I say, if that is the standard by which you live your life, you shall always be successful. Oh, you'll fail at a thing or two. We all do. But you're never a failure until you quit. We say, give out if you must. Rest if you can. But you never, ever, ever give up. Because quitters don't win. And winners, they'll fail at a thing or two. But they never quit. So don't you quit. Martin Luther King said that if you can't run, walk. If you can't walk, crawl. Well, whatever you do, keep moving forward. Good morning, Montgomery. It's time to rise and shine. The coffee bean bowl. That's our daily bread for this day. It's a great day to be alive.
Welcome to today's encouragement from Our Daily Bread. Our reading titled, The Coffee Bean Bowl, was written by Dave Brannon. I'm not a coffee drinker, but one sniff of coffee beans brings me a moment of both solace and wistfulness. When our teenage daughter Melissa was making her bedroom uniquely hers, she filled a bowl with coffee beans to permeate her room with a warm, pleasant scent. It's been nearly 2 decades since Melissa's earthly life ended in a car accident at age 17. But we still have that coffee bean bowl. It gives us a continual aromatic remembrance of Mel's life with us. Scripture also uses fragrances as a reminder. Song of Songs refers to fragrances as a symbol of love between a man and a woman. In Hosea, God's forgiveness of Israel is said to be fragrance like a cedar of Lebanon. And Mary's anointing of Jesus' feet, which caused the house of Mary and her siblings to be filled with the fragrance of the perfume, pointed ahead to Jesus' death. The idea of fragrance can also help us be mindful of our testimony of faith to those around us. Paul explained it this way in 2 Corinthians chapter 2. We are to God the pleasing aroma of Christ among those who are being saved and those who are perishing. Just as the scent of coffee beans reminds me of Melissa, may our lives produce a scent of Jesus and his love that reminds others of their need of him. Today's Our Daily Bread devotional scripture reading is from John chapter 12, verses 1 through 7. 6 days before the Passover, Jesus came to Bethany, where Lazarus lived, whom Jesus had raised from the dead. Here a dinner was given in Jesus' honor. Martha served, while Lazarus was among those reclining at the table with him. Then Mary took about a pint of pure nard, an expensive perfume. She poured it on Jesus' feet and wiped his feet with her hair. And the house was filled with the fragrance of the perfume. But one of his disciples, Judas Iscariot, who was later to betray him, objected. Why wasn't this perfume sold and the money given to the poor? It was worth a year's wages. He did not say this because he cared about the poor, but because he was a thief. As keeper of the money bag, he used to help himself to what was put into it. Leave her alone, Jesus replied. It was intended that she should save this perfume for the day of my burial. Let's pray. Father, may our lives carry the sweet aroma of your presence. Help us to spread your love and forgiveness to all who encounter us, and open their hearts to receive you. Thank you, Lord. It's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Thanks for listening today. I'm Stephen, and today's encouragement was provided by Our Daily Bread Ministries.
Here we go, all the way down. Time to rise and shine, peoples. Time to get up, time to roll. We're gonna jump from a big iron bird. Come on now. Stand up, hook up, shuffle to the door. Jump right out and count to 4. If my man don't get wide, I got a reserve by my side. Come on now, let's roll. Almost time repeat. Here we go. All the way. Gotta be rough and tough. La la, eh, eh. La hey, la eh, eh. La. Well, the GI grits and the GI gravy. We're so glad you didn't join the Navy. Lolly ho. The GI Corps. Oh, yeah. We're so glad that they're airborne. Hey, Lolly, ho. Here we go. All the way. Every day. All the way. Make a brother want to do PT first thing in the morning. All right, good. Appreciate that. We appreciate that. Thank you very much. Thank you much, Sergeant Smith. All right, time to go run it. Let's do it. Somebody tell the mayor to join it and get the first sergeant and sergeant major out. Tell them we know they're retiring, but they're not retired yet. They need to get some of this too. All right. There we go. Oh, he might say, and James Brown, we're here today. Here we go. Heat it up, don't body. Heat it up, don't body. Hey, oh, rock this party. Rock this party. Here we go. We got the groove. Everyone daddy is on the move. Can you feel it all in your soul? And we go just a little bit more. Hey, Lordy, Dotty, oh, hey, Lordy, Dotty, hey, come on. Let's go, let's get it done, get it done. The airborne way. Sometimes I want to quit, but the pride won't permit. Woo! In Hollywood. Come on now, last day of PT, last day. Woo! Okay, all right. Woo! Okay, we got it done. Last day of PT. It's Friday Eve. I'm ready to roll. Got my motivations up this morning. I'm feeling good. Okay. I mean, the day's not over yet, but right now, it's a great day to be alive and above the ground. And the ground's not above you. Good morning to you. Now let's pay honor and homage to our armed forces of these United States of America, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, and Coast Guard. And those other guys, they're kind of new. I think we call them space something. I haven't seen them do much yet, but let's give them some props. And again, let's thank our local people, the local heroes, Montgomery Sanitation Department. Whether it's rain, sleet, or snow, those guys are always out there on the go. Good morning to them. Also, the Montgomery Police Department, who guard our streets at night, just like our soldiers, and say, at least not on my watch, I'll do the best I can to protect you while you slumber and sleep tonight. Thank you very much. To the Alabama National Guard, when called upon, they go all over the world to provide the same security for its people. The Sheriff Department, who goes out there when nobody has an address, the address is a second barn to the right. Hey, I couldn't find it. But anyway, good morning to Sheriff Derek Cunningham, the chief, and to the Honorable Man Stephen Reed of the great city of Montgomery. I know you guys think I'm kissing butt. Okay. Anyway, let's get it done this morning. It is a great day to be alive. Let's act like it. Do something for somebody, even if you don't like them. Everybody knows their motto, Semper Fidelis, or Semper Fi. Everybody knows it. But do you know what it means? It means always, always faithful. The United States Marines. I know, I'm going to tell the story one more time. Just one more, then I'm done with it forever. But you're going to hear it one more for the year's out. And then I'm going to never tell it ever again. I've been trying to figure out how to go live on TikTok, but I can't do it. I haven't figured that out yet. La, 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 la. Okay. Yeah, I've been trying to figure out how to go live on TikTok. I can't figure it out yet, but I'll figure it out. I'll figure out one of these things. I've been trying to do. I did it one time, and I got a lot of hits on that thing. So yeah, I got to do that again. I got to go viral. I think that's the word. It's like when more than 10 people see you, they call you viral. So I ought to at least get 10. Anyway, good morning to you. It's time to rise and shine, people. I'm feeling good. Hope you're feeling good. 6:27 in the morning. If you got to be there by 7 o'clock, you got about 33 minutes by which to arrive. So take your time. The police are out there. They're looking for you, like they look for me every morning coming down Madison Avenue. They look for me every morning. See, but I got them. I listen to Luther Vandross and Barry Manilow in the morning. Okay, and a little bit of who put that song out? Secret Lovers. I don't know, but Atlantic Star. They only put out. I only listen to nice mellow music. That's why I don't get speeding tickets. Okay, you can't get a speeding ticket listening to Luther Vandross. It ain't gonna happen. Okay, or Barry Manilow. Here and now, even though, well, whatever name is song. Oh, I've been alive forever, and I wrote the very first song. I put the words and melodies together. I am music, and I write the songs. Now, who can get a ticket listening to that? Okay, you might go to sleep, but you would not get a ticket if you listen to Barry Manilow while you're in traffic. So this afternoon, I want everybody to do themselves a favor. Okay, go to Mix 103 because that's got that nice old mellow music over there. Or put your favorite Luther, okay, or maybe Little Rod Stewart. Have I told you lately that I love you? Okay, yeah, even that song to do it too, because you can't really, get a ticket listening to Rod Stewart either. You just my madness. I know you lipping away. I can't remember the words, but me and Emmanuel used to play that song all the time when I take him with me on places up in the boonies. Yeah. Have I told you lately that I love you? Have I told there's no one else above you? I'm just saying, I love that song too. So you can't. So that is the secret, ladies and gentlemen, to not getting a ticket when you're on the road. Okay, that is the ticket. Okay, you just can't. You just cannot get a ticket listening to those guys. Okay, I mean, if you think I'm sexy, no, you can't get a ticket. Okay, so I'm just telling you, I'm trying to help you guys out and trying to make sure that the money you spend is money you want to spend, and that you don't leave money back to the city of Montgomery that you didn't intend to give them today. Okay, so just slow down, watch the traffic. The weather is beautiful right now outside. I mean, it is. This is the kind of weather that you want. I mean, it is. And all you got to do is put a little. Oh, okay, one more. There's one more audience. There's one more artist that you can put on. That you can put on the radio, and you don't have to worry about getting a ticket. And that is Christopher Cross. Okay, you put Christopher Cross on the radio, and you, my friend, would do yourself. Okay, you'll do yourself some service because you can't get a ticket with Christopher Cross on sailing. I mean, or something like that, or what's the other song? What's the other song you made me put up there? Anyway, either way it go. Yeah. Either way it go, you cannot get a ticket if you listen to mellow music. Okay, it's just not going to happen. Okay, Little Rod Stewart. Don't hurt either, okay? 6:31 in the morning. What else? Okay, I gotta go. I got a lot of stuff to cover this morning. So I just want you. Well, first of all, let me tell you about. Okay, we got lessons of life today, and the word of the day is an interesting word today. It really is. It's an interesting word. So now I hope I'm not doing this wasting my time giving you guys new words every day. Okay. I'm just saying. I hope it's a good word. It's a good word. You might want to pull this one out every once in a while, because sometimes you may have to. And I'll tell you what that word is when we come back. Okay, so don't go nowhere. Okay, I'm just saying. All right, let me turn that down right quick, right there. Okay, I keep forgetting. I got all these computers around when I'm up here sometimes until I lose my mind sometimes a bit. Okay, not really lose my mind because if I lost it, I couldn't find it. So I get confused. Okay. So we'll be back. A little Rod Stewart for you on the way out. I mean, who can get a ticket? Listen to this. Come on.
Your WSFA First Alert Weather Forecast on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by Audible. This fall, find everything you love listening to on Audible. From memoirs and true crime to celebrities and sci-fi. Audible is the home of storytelling, audiobooks, podcasts, and originals. Sign up for a free 30-day trial at audible.com.
You guessed that it would be breezy again today with plenty of sunshine. Well, you are right on. It's going to be breezy again with the wind speed out of the north and northeast 10 to 20. It will be mostly sunny. And temperatures upper 70s, mid to upper 70s, another below average day. For tonight, we're back down into the low 50s, clear skies, low to mid 80s. Saturday, low 80s again Sunday. Plenty of sun Saturday, a few more clouds. First alert forecast, I'm meteorologist Tyler.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Brubaker Motors. Is better at Brubaker on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. Got a couple things going on. Highway 31 and Hyundai Boulevard. Please use caution there. And South Boulevard in front of Baptist South. We got an accident reported there already this morning as well. So please use caution in both of those areas. You see something else giving you trouble, contact us. We'll pass the info along. Appreciate your help. The Toyota factory's cranking out again. Truckloads of Toyotas are arriving every day at Reinhardt Toyota. Get your new Toyota now at Reinhardt Toyota on the East Boulevard. Buckle up front and back. It's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch traffic, this is
You love your car, yes. But why are you not loving it with those tires that carry you and your family everywhere? Let Chico's Auto Pros show some love with our super savings on tires. Chico's Auto Pros.
The future of Valorant is being thrown a curveball as Riot Games announced that partner teams won't be allowed to have an academy program. Similar to the MLB and AAA teams, it's not uncommon for pro teams to have a lower ranking affiliate program. Riot claims this decision was made because lower ranking programs can work their way up to higher divisions, but the decision still hurts the esports nonetheless. Not allowing pro teams to develop new players will stunt the growth of an esport that needs it most.
The latest esports and gaming news. Find it online at checkpointxp.com.
Are you tired of high cable TV rates? Sign up for Dish today and get a $500 bonus offer while supplies last. Plus, lock in your price for 2 years guaranteed. Call All American Dish, your Dish authorized retailer now.
800-296-1251. 800-296-1251. That's 800-296-1251.
Offer required credit qualification, 24-month limit, early termination fee, and auto pay. Restrictions apply. Call for details.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
4 out of 5 employers who post a job in ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/.
How many other people in Montgomery know about what Daddy does? You mean tell people he's a foot doctor? Yeah, a podiatrist. There's got to be a way to spread the word about the surgeries he does and stuff. You mean like bunions and hammer toes? Yeah, and treating heel pain, burning of the feet, and corns. Like that time that lady had fungus in her toe and they started feeling better? I just want people to know that my dad, Dr. Brian Kelly, can be seen without a referral and he accepts most insurances. You should probably give them the phone number, 265-7585. Yeah, 265-7585. I just said that. Well, let's say it again. 265-7585. Maybe we should tell them our offices are in Montgomery in Greenville. You just did. Like us on Facebook at Greenville Foot Care. And remember, happy feet start here.
No representation is made as to the quality of podiatric services to be performed or as to the expertise of the
Thinking about life insurance? What if you could make one free phone call and learn the best price from up to 10 price competitive companies? Well, that's exactly what happens when you call SelectQuote. For example, George is 39. He was getting sky-high quotes from other companies because he takes meds to control his blood pressure. But when I shopped around, I found him a 10-year, $500,000 policy for under $22 a month. I'm SelectQuote agent Dan Savino, and believe me, if SelectQuote isn't shopping for your life insurance, you're probably paying too much.
For your free quote, call 800-890-6688. That's 800-890-6688.
800-890-6688. Or go to SelectQuote.com. Since 1985, we shop, you save.
Get full details on the example policy at SelectQuote.com/commercials. It must be read depending on your health issuing company and the fact it's not available in LC.
Telling it like it really is.
That's the fact, Jack.
It's the Dan Bongino Show, weekdays from 11 to 2 on News Radio 1440.
And don't forget, our show this hour has been brought to you by JL Lane Truck and Auto. JL Lane Truck and Auto. Okay, you know you need a car, and you may not can afford a new one, but you can afford a pre-loved car. Okay, JL Lane Truck and Auto, located at 208 Gun Road, is ready to help you. Even if your credit's all jacked up, even if your credit score is like 300, they're willing to work with you if you're willing to work with them. You can buy there, you can pay there. Okay, all the cars, every last one of them, have been checked from the bumper to the tail lights. You cannot get a better deal on a pre-loved car in Montgomery. Okay, they do you right. They have a rigorous inspection process. So when you drive off the lot on that car, the only time you want to bring it back is when you want to trade it in for a new model. Okay, I'm just saying, you might want to give a call, 272-4313. Don't worry about it. It's early in the morning, and if you don't have a pen with you, that's okay. I'll get that number again a couple times the rest of the show today before the show is over. So, but 272-4313. And here's the great thing about it: you can buy there and you can pay there. So you don't have to worry about sitting there convincing the folks, hey, life happens and things happen sometimes. You talk to Mr. Lane, you talk to Steve, and they'll work it out for you, okay? They'll work it out. I promise you, they will. Go over there. Talk to them. 208 Gun Road. But here's the number, 272-4313. And you can go online to jllanetruckandauto.com, and you can check out the inventory from right now in your pajamas. I mean, if you got any pajamas on. If you don't have pajamas on, that's cool. You at home. You can check it out, right, getting out of the shower. You got a towel wrapper, whatever. You can go to the website right now and look at the inventory. Okay, JL Lane Truck and Auto. Okay, I mean, does it get any better than that? I don't believe so. Okay. All right, then. Good morning to you. Hope this day finds you well. Hope this day finds you really good. I feel exceptionally blessed to still be here this morning on top of the ground. And the ground's down on top of me. Had friends in the last few days pass on. Mr. Cunningham, Mr. C calls us sometimes. His daughter passed on, and our prayers and our condolences go out to him. It's tough. It's tough when your child leaves before you do. I don't know it yet, but I got a pretty good idea. It's pretty tough. All right. So, and anybody else who's grieving and going through the grieving process, our prayers go out to you too. It can be tough. I know. I just hope somebody misses me when I'm going that much. Woo. So tell somebody you love them today, because you never know. You never know. You never really know if that's the last time you're going to see them or not. So take that for what it's worth. Anyway, good morning to you. Hope this day finds you well. It is time for Lessons of Life and the word of the day. Okay, the word of the day. Well, what is the word of the day? Okay, I got it right here. I got it someplace. I got it. Okay. The word of the day is my attempt to broaden your vocabulary. So when you talk about people really bad, they won't know. But you'll know, and that'll give you inner satisfaction anyway. So anyway, don't talk about them too bad, but don't insult them. At least don't insult them so that they know it. Okay, I'm just saying. So this is my attempt to help you guys, get back verbally, fight with people that are dumber than you. I'm not saying that you're dumb, but are not that bright, and they'll never know what you're talking about anyway. So today's word of the day is this. Kerfuffle. That's right. Kerfuffle. A lot of F's in there. I'm trying to tell you. Kerfuffle. I don't even like that. As a matter of fact, that has a sort of insult. That has an insult in the word without even meaning to. Anyway, the word is kerfuffle. Okay, kerfuffle. Kerfu. FFLE. What does it mean? Kerfuffle. It means it is an informal word that means a disturbance or fuss typically caused by a dispute or conflict. So you're going down the hall and you hear somebody getting the butt chewing, and the guy who's getting the butt chewing is arguing back. Well, that's a kerfuffle. Okay, it's an argument. Okay, that's all it is. Okay, so the next time you give a police report or something like that, and somebody hits somebody, you say, "Mr. Policeman, they were just in a kerfuffle." Okay, that's it, a kerfuffle. That's it. And now he won't have a damn clue what you're talking about, but but he'll say he does. He'll know. How do you spell that, Mr. Elkins? Why it's a KERFU. Okay, FFLE, kerfuffle, an informal word that means a disturbance or fuss, typically caused by a dispute or conflict. Now, that's not that. I mean, if you argue with somebody, and if you're having a disturbance with somebody, we're going to assume that it is caused by a conflict, because that one's not okay. That insults us a little bit. I mean, you don't have these arguments if you love. I mean, if you're telling you in love, you have these when there's a conflict. Okay, if you're getting along, you don't have the kerfuffle. Okay, I'm just saying. So kerfuffle. Okay, and you call someone. Listen, John. Yeah. This Elkins. Yeah. Listen. We need to have a kerfuffle. Okay, and he'll say, well, what does that mean? Well, when you get over here, you'll see. Okay, you'll see. We got to talk about something. See, that's how you use the word. Okay. Lessons of life. What is today? What's today? Today is Thursday, the 29th of September, 2022. Now, this is a lesson that's it's kind of hard to do, but you got to have, if you're going to succeed in life, if you're going to get over problems, if you're going to man up, then this is something that we all have to do. We all just got to do it. I mean, we don't have a choice. This is something that we all have to do. And you got to get over. This is all a part about that growing phase, that growing phase of life, that part of life where you just got to say, I guess it'll all work out. But anyway, here we go. Not every day of your life will be a good day. But that doesn't mean that you can quit. You must show up anyway. Now, let me say that one more time. Not every day in life is a good day. But you must get over that and show up anyway. Not everybody, especially politicians, not everyone will tell you the truth. But that doesn't mean that everybody that talks to you is a liar. Okay, just remember, not everyone will tell you the truth, but you've got to trust somebody anyway. And here's one that I know this is going to be a shock to some of you folks this morning. Believe it or not, no matter what they say, not everyone will love you. They won't love you back. But it is suggested that we must learn to love anyway. Okay, not everyone will love you back, but we must love somebody anyway. And here's the one right here that the millennial generations and the generation that follow them, I think this started with Generation X. Okay, this, and then it continued on with Generation Z, and now Generation, whatever it is, the other generation, that one, the millennial generation. Well, this is the problem that they have. And we keep trying to fix this. We will never fix this. But this is just one of those things that you you have to realize this, okay? Not everything in this life of ours will be fair. It won't be. But you must live your life anyway the best you can. Get over it, shake the dust off your feet, kick the dirt off your shoes, and keep moving. Life often is not fair. I'm just telling you. So let me put all that together in one thing here, and we'll move on. Not every day in life is a good day. Show up anyway. Not everyone will tell you the truth, but you must trust somebody anyway. Not everyone will love you back, but you are charged to love anyway. And not everything in life is fair, but you live your life anyway. Okay? You know, a mountain, if it had no rough sides on it, nobody could climb it. So don't expect, sometimes a smooth ride is a way to keep you at the bottom. Okay? Take the steps in the rough ridges of the mountain and climb the mountain. And that's the way, that's your lesson of life for this day, the 29th day of September, 2022. I hope you got something out of that. All right, then. It'll take me a while to come up with these things. It is September the 29th. It is the 272nd day of the year. Believe it or not, there are 93 days left only in this year. It was happening on this day, 1789, the U.S. War Department established the regular army with a strength of several hundred men. In 1829, London reorganized the police force, which became known as Scotland Yard, and they went on duty. Just let me pause right there for a second. Most of us don't know what our name means. Well, the other day, now I know what Kevin means, but I've never known what my middle name means. My middle name is DeVell. And I didn't know what it meant. So the other day, after some exhaustive research, I finally, now I don't know if my mom knew what this name meant. Oh, great name, I love the name. But I didn't know if she knew what it meant. But I figured out the other day, DeVell, my middle name means police. So it's a good thing I didn't have any, any friends that knew that, okay? But my middle name, DeVell, means police. If I ever see her again, I'm going to ask her what was she thinking about when she gave me that name, police. Okay, DeVell. I don't, anyway, it's one of those things that you really didn't need to know, but I just thought I'd tell you anyway, okay? 1918, Allied forces began their decisive breakthrough of the Hindenburg Line during World War I. 1938 was the year. British, French, German, and Italian leaders concluded the Munich Agreement, which was aimed at appeasing Adolf Hitler by allowing Nazi annexation of Czechoslovakia's Sudetenland, whatever, however you pronounce that. People keep getting on my case all the time. Well, you should pronounce those words before you get on the air. Hey, listen, why fake it? 1943. On this day, General Dwight David Eisenhower and the Italian Marshal Pietro Bagliaio, are close to it, signed an armistice aboard the British ship HM Her Majesty's Service Nelson off of Malta. The year was 1975 on this day. Baseball manager Casey Stengel died in Glendale, California at the age of 85. 1977, the Billy Joel album The Stranger was released by Columbia Records. Okay then. 1978, Pope John Paul I was found dead in his Vatican apartment just over a month after becoming head of the Roman Catholic Church. 1982, extra-strength Tylenol capsules were laced with deadly cyanide, claimed to be the first victims of Chicago, in the Chicago area. A date the case, to this day, the case still remains unsolved. 1989, just goes to show you some people think they got privilege because somebody knows who they are. 1989, actor Zsa Zsa Gabor was convicted of battery for slapping a Beverly Hills police officer, Paul Kramer, as he pulled over her Rolls Royce. You pulling me over? I drive a Rolls Royce. Okay then. And didn't care what you drove. Anyway, he pulled over Rolls Royce for expired license plates. As part of her sentence, Gabor ended up serving 3 days in jail. Outstanding. I understand. I understand you may not, when you drive a Rolls Royce, people don't really stop you. We don't even look at you because we figure, we don't have enough money to look at you. But this police officer, but even Rolls Royces have to have a tag on them. I'm just saying. 2001 on this, in year 2000, Israeli riots stormed the major Jerusalem shrine and opened fire on stone-throwing Muslim worshippers, killing 4 Palestinians and wounding 100 175. In 2001, President George W. Bush condemned Afghanistan Taliban rulers for harboring Osama bin Laden and his followers as the United States pressed its military into diplomatic campaign against terror. The year was 2005. John G. Roberts Jr. was sworn in as the nation's 17th Chief Justice after winning Senate confirmation. And it was about 13 years ago. New York City terrorism suspect, no sense me trying to pronounce this guy's name. His last name is Zazi, pleaded not guilty to conspiring to use weapons of mass destruction in what authorities said was a planned attack on a commuter train. He was later pleaded guilty. He spent nearly a decade helping the U.S. identify and prosecute terrorists and was rewarded with a sentence that effectively amounted to time already served. Former Democratic fundraiser Norman Shue was sentenced in New York for more than 24 years in prison for his guilty plea to fraud charges and other 4 years and 4 months in prison. His guilty plea to fraud charges, 4 years and 4 months in prison for his conviction at a trial breaking campaign finance law. He's due to be released in 2030. Okay then. A tsunami killed nearly 200 people in Samoa, American Samoa and Tonga on this day about 13 years ago. And it was 8 years ago, in a blistering speech to the United Nations, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu warned that Hamas and Islamic State groups were branches of the same poisonous tree, both bent on world domination through terror, just as the Nazis had done. Okay then. 5 years ago, Tesla and its CEO Elon Musk agreed to pay a total of $40 million to settle a government lawsuit alleging that Musk had duped investors with misleading statements about proposed buyout of the company. Well, okay then, maybe so. And that is some of the things that happen on this day around the world, not just stuff. There are some. It's going to be an interesting political race. A couple of candidates are actually going to try write-in campaigns, which I personally applaud them. I applaud them, but I will tell you, and one of those candidates is a local candidate named Fernando Morgan. So the write-in campaign has begun. Now, Fernando Morgan, that's an interesting case. Fernando Morgan came in second on a judicial race that happened in Montgomery County a few months ago. He came in second, and the woman Sabrina Martin, who actually won by about she got about 9,000 votes, and Fernando had about 5,000, something like that. So Fernando came in second, and he ran as a Democrat, and the Democratic Party at that particular time didn't mind him running as a Democrat because he was on the Democratic ticket. Well, Sabrina had some issues in her past, and the Democratic Party in Birmingham decided, even though the people here had voted for her, they were going to take upon themselves to dispatch Miss Sabrina Martin off of the ballot. Took her off the ballot. Okay, so 9,000 people voted for her, and a few people in a room said, okay, we don't want her. So they took her off the ballot, disregarding, and I want you guys to remember this when you go to the polls, disregarding the people's choice on that ballot at that time, and that was Sabrina Martin. And they put somebody on there in her place that the people of Montgomery County didn't have any say in whatsoever. Well, Fernando Morgan was the second. I mean, he was next. He got the most votes after her. You would believe, and he ran as a Democrat. So you would believe that Fernando Morgan would automatically get the nod. No. So he got no consideration whatsoever. So they bring in somebody else now. They're bringing somebody else, put them on the ballot for the election in November. And even though the guy who came in second place was still there, still willing to serve, they disavowed him, and they threw away 14,000 votes. 14,000 votes they threw away, the Democratic Party, which led me to confirm what I've always told you people. You are not a Democrat. You are not a Republican until you get a card in your hand that says you are. You may vote Democrat and you may vote Republican, but that does not make you one, because what they told you is up yours. You voted for these two people, and they bring in somebody who wasn't even on the ballot and expect you to vote for them. Okay, so if we get all the people out to do a write-in campaign for Fernando Morgan, okay, at least you'll have somebody that you had something to say about getting on the ballot. I'm just saying. So you folks, and if you guys, listen, if y'all happy with that kind of treatment, they took 14,000 votes and threw them in the trash. That's your Democrats for you. We'll be back. You want to talk about it? We can do that too. We'll be back. Yep, just threw your votes in the trash.
Good morning, I'm Jasmine Williams.
Threw your votes in the trash. Said, screw you.
Thursday. Law enforcement agencies, the governor's office, the Red Cross, and others are all pitching in to help those impacted by Hurricane Ian. Evacuees in Alabama can call 211 for information about hotel rooms and more. With Alabama situated on the dry side of Hurricane Ian, the Alabama Forestry Commission issued a wildfire advisory for most of the state. Red flag warnings have been issued for several counties, including Salt Lake, Temecula, Covington, Kingston, Ian, Ray, Washington, and Bill counties. Financial news this morning for the second time in 7 years, regulators have ordered Visa's banks to repay customers who charge an illegal overdraft fee. Consumer Financial Protection Bureau found that bank executives were aware of the illegal fee and did nothing to stop it. I'm Jasmine Williams with WSFA 12 News, and these are your morning headlines.
WLWI AM, the home of the Ben Shapiro Show, and heard on 95.1 HD3 FM, Montgomery, a Cumulus media station.
This is the CBS World News Roundup, sponsored by Rocket Mortgage.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. President Biden has approved a federal disaster declaration a day after the 5th largest hurricane to ever hit the U.S. slammed into Florida's west coast. Ian powered down to a tropical storm today after blasting parts of the state with 150-mile-an-hour winds and storm surge as high as 12 feet.
Well, it started to creep up probably in a couple of hours where it got to the point where we had to leave.
April escaped her home in Kissimmee through a window.
Trying to stay as high as we could, but you just get to a point where you can't go anywhere. You have to either swim or drown.
Correspondent Manuel Bojorquez wrote out the storm in Fort Myers.
The priority today, of course, will not only be assessing the damage, but trying to rescue anybody who was caught in an area that is now inaccessible or flooded.
More than 2 million customers have no power, and Ian is headed east now. Governors have declared states of emergency as far north as Virginia. Meteorologist Craig Allen with our affiliate WCBS.
4 to 8 inches of rain and maximum amounts up to 12 inches of rain. A foot of rain still possible for the northeast sections of Florida, coastal Georgia, portions of South Carolina as well, and right on up into North Carolina and Virginia over the course of the next few days.
NATO using the word sabotage for damage to the giant Nord Stream pipelines that deliver fuel from Russia to Europe. Correspondent Cami McCormick.
The Swedish Coast Guard says it's discovered a 4th leak. This is the second one found in Swedish waters. The other 2 were in Danish waters. The pipelines were built to deliver Russian gas to Europe. Neither was in use at the time of the suspected explosions, but they were filled with gas, which has been spewing out into the Baltic Sea since Monday.
Kremlin says 4 Russian-occupied regions of Ukraine will be folded into Russia tomorrow. Police in Oakland looking for a suspect after at least 6 adults were wounded during a shooting on a high school campus. Assistant Police Chief Darren Allison.
As a parent, I completely understand the fear, the emotion, the panic, and it's completely and wholly unacceptable.
The school serves recent immigrants, including, the website says, teenagers who fled home countries to escape violence. Fans are mourning the loss of a Grammy-winning West Coast rapper. His agent says Coolio, who brought the world Gangsta's Paradise in 1995, died at a friend's home in L.A. Coolio was 59. No word yet on a cause of death. This is CBS News.
This hour's newscast is presented by Rocket Mortgage. When you need cash out of your home and the simple way to get it, Rocket can.
All righty then.
Attention all business owners who rent or lease space, including storage space. Stop wasting your money paying someone else for your space. You can now save a ton of money and own your own building with the incredible sale prices from General Steel. That's right, start saving money every month on renting space from others. Just call 877-25-STEEL to see how General Steel can help you save money. Our 50-year structural warranty buildings are custom designed for your needs and save you a ton of money. Call 877-25-STEEL.
Take it from a successful entrepreneur. If you need to expand or start a new business, you need General Steel.
Great team and the competitive pricing is the reason I went with General Steel. Call 877-25-STEEL now, and you can get any of our popular quick construction structures, including a 40 by 60 foot building or a 50 by 100 clear span building fast and easy. Call 877-25-STEEL. That's 877-257-8335. 877-25-STEEL.
A veteran CBS newsman has died.
For more than 5 decades on CBS, I'm Bill Plant at the White House. He told the stories of our times. Negro leaders, though. From Bloody Sunday in Selma. I was shocked by the raw hatred. To America's first black president. Hundreds of thousands braved freezing temperatures to witness the swearing in of Barack Obama. A stalwart on the White House beat and a former president of the White House Correspondents Association, Bill Plant was widely admired by his colleagues for his decency, good humor, and fearless reporting. Did you make a mistake in sending arms to Tehran, sir? No. Bill Plant was 84. Stephen Portnoy, CBS News, the White House.
President Biden caused a stir at the White House yesterday when he looked out on an audience and asked, "Where's Jackie?" After he surveyed the crowd, he surmised she must not be here. He was referring to the late Congresswoman Jackie Walorski, killed in a car crash in Indiana in August. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the
Take away all my sadness. Who post a job in ZipRecruiter, quality candidate for the site within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive
let me see.
/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com.
As I told you,
He's the voice of the conservative millennial. Ben Shapiro. The Ben Shapiro Show, tonight at 8 p.m. on News Radio 1440. Depend on it.
Oh, man. All right then. And good morning, everybody. I'm feeling pretty good this morning. I feel pretty good every morning, to tell you the truth, though. Even when I'm feeling bad, I'm feeling good. Because what's the alternative? Anyway, good morning to you. It's time to rise and shine this morning if you can. And remember, it's a great day to be on top of the ground, and the ground's not on top of you. Good morning. It's time to tell you about one of our sponsors of our show. Great guy, great company, great people to do business with. And who am I talking about? None other than J.L. Lane Truck and Auto. J.L. Lane Truck and Auto. Online inventory. Right now, you can go to the website, jllanetruckandauto.com. Okay, really go there because I want to try to sell them out. Christmas is coming up, Christmas coming up, and you need to buy your kids a car. Wait a minute, forget the kids. Buy yourself another car. You've been driving that same car for 23 years. Okay, at least man up and get a car. At least just 10 years old or something. Now, go see them. Okay, every last one of the automobiles have been rigorously and vigorously. I like those words. Rigorously and vigorously, inspected to make sure that they don't have any problems that can be handled before you take off the lot. Okay, these are great people. And it wasn't the greatest thing about them. They don't really care about your credit score and all that stuff. You walk in there, you shake the man's hand, you look him in the eye. You can tell a lot about a man by looking him in the eye. If you won't look you in the eye, you may have some problem. But man looks you in the eye and gives you his words, the chances of them not keeping their word is slim to none. Man, look, that's what sometimes I look down. If I ain't planning on doing the right thing. But I'm old now, so I look everybody in the eye. Okay, I'm just saying. And you can buy there and you can pay there. You don't have to worry about the credit people, kiss the ring of the credit bureau, anything like that. Okay, JL Lane, they will take care of you. Just be honest with them. They'll be honest with you, and they won't give you a problem. And if you do have a problem, for some reason there is a problem, believe me, they will take Z will be 17 next year. I don't believe in buying a 16-year-old a car. I think it's too young. I actually think 17 is kind of young, but you gotta let them grow up sooner or later. So next year, whether I'm dead or alive, we're gonna get him a car. He gonna get a car. We're just gonna give him a car. Okay, give is a big word. You're gonna earn a car. Because I don't play the give thing away. Okay, we're going to earn a car. And guess where we're going to get that car from? JL Lane Truck and Auto. Now, 208 Gun Road. Okay, trust me. Give them a call. 272-4313. 272-4313. The Lexus I was going to buy them is not there anymore. Okay, I didn't expect it would be because once I give my word on something, people go and buy it. I got you. But maybe we'll get them another one by then. Give them a little safe car, something like that. Anyway, so if you're ready to ride, go to 208 Gun Road if you're out and about, 272-4313, or you can go to the website, jllanetruckandauto.com, pick out your car, and then you can fill out the application online, just all kinds of things, or you can call Steve. Steve, I like the name Steve. Okay, anyway, so give him a call, 272-4313. It is 7:09 in the morning. So anyway, getting back to my thing, the election's coming up and everybody's going to tell you all kind of lies about what they're going to do. I know it's Thursday, but I don't know if my good friends from the Catholic folks don't realize this was the 5th Thursday. And they may not be here today. I don't know. But who knows? They may come. I'm not sure. But if they do, we'll just do a 180 and go back to what because I had some questions. I had some questions for them today. Okay. So anyway, so we're getting back to the Democratic Party here in Alabama. Okay, who decided to disregard the votes of the people in Montgomery County by telling you up yours, your votes don't count. Now I gotta call John Merrill. Well, I got it. I gotta figure out how you can disregard the votes of people. So somebody find me the number for the Secretary of State so at 8 o'clock I can call. Okay, because we gotta find out how you can do that. How you can take people's vote. Because if you and I were to go into, if we were to go into a ballot box, take all the votes out and throw them in the trash, somebody would be going to jail. Okay, but they did. So the second guy who came in second with Sabrina Martin is disregarded. Okay, let's just say, okay, they did what they thought they had to do because of some issue with Sabrina Martin. I think once you get the votes, you got the votes. The people who didn't, evidently they may have known about the issues and didn't care. But to get rid of all the votes of the people who voted for Fernando Morgan, okay, to go to live in hell, to tell them, they might use the word foxtrot you, okay? They might have just said that. Foxtrot you. Okay, they might well say that because they did not even give them an opportunity to re-vote for somebody else. So why did we have two people running if the Democratic Party only counted one? Okay, somebody tell me that. Where you at, Joe? Joe Reed? I like my friend. Where you at? The ADC? Where you at? That Democratic Conference? Where you at? So we gonna. I mean, think about this first. I was thinking of this. We'll say the insult that they're giving everybody who voted for Fernando Martin. You don't count. Is that American or not? Listen, that is a breach not only of your constitutional rights, as far as I'm concerned, but it goes against. Well, let me put it to you this way. Let me just put it to you this way. If somebody white had went into the voting booth and took all the votes for Sabrina Martin or Fernando and threw them in the trash, what would you think about that? Now, I don't understand how black folks going to allow the Democratic Party to tell them your votes don't count and we're going to throw them away. I got to call John Merrill with that because this is against America. This is the most un-American thing I have ever seen, and I've seen a lot of un-American things. Okay, but this goes against the very nature, the fabric of America. One man, one vote, and you guys are getting screwed, glued, and tattooed. And Fernando Morgan certainly has been screwed, glued, and tattooed. And and we got an election coming up in what, a month or so, a month and a couple of days or so. And they took your votes and threw them in the trash and gave you somebody on the list that nobody voted for. Think about that for a second. Nobody voted for this person on that judgeship thing right now, but all the votes that were cast don't count. We had a guy come in second, and they said, "Foxtrot you." I'm just telling you that there is something inherently wrong with what they did. Okay, it's something. But hey, Republican Party and the Democratic Party, these are private parties, and they got their own set of rules. And believe me, you're not included in them. Okay, I'm just thinking. I mean, if you don't believe that is a breach of the trust of the people in this county and all of America, I've never heard of such a thing. I've heard that the guy who came in second gets moved up, but they're going to go outside they're going to go outside all the people that voted and get somebody else that nobody voted for and put them in front of you like you're the biggest damn fool that ever went to a voting booth. I'm just telling you, if y'all put up with that, I'm done voting. I'm done. Because I would assume that the Republican Party, if they wanted to, I guess they could do the same thing. I guess. I don't know what their bylaws say. Okay, I'm done with that. That's crazy. That is crazy. They're going to discard your vote, even if they didn't want to get, even if they didn't want her. You had a second guy on this thing that they said, "Screw you." He came in second, and they just summarily dismissed every vote that this guy. And so we in uniform, us folks who go in harm's way to protect our way of life, have seen something that we normally saw in other countries, where they disregard the votes and put who they want to put in. See, these are the things that happen in other places, not in America. Okay, our blood has been spilt all over this world to protect the right of people to vote. But the Montgomery Democratic Party, Alabama Democratic Party, said, "Screw you and your vote. We're going to put on this thing who we want to, and it sucks to be you." That's what they're telling you. It sucks to be you. So we're not gonna give you the people you voted for. We're gonna give you somebody that nobody knows that voted. Okay, if you guys don't see this as an encroachment upon the rights of your vote or the legitimacy of your vote, then my friends, put a fork in us, we're done. We're no longer the country worth fighting for. We're no longer, it's no longer worth all that. It's not worth sending our young men and women overseas to protect the rights of other people to be heard when the people here don't get hurt. 7:17 in the morning. I just thought I'd bring that to your attention this morning. Good morning. Who's this? Good morning, Ed. I'm doing fine. Well, before you slip anything in, what about what I just said? So what do you think about people who actually vote and not having their votes counted? I understand. I ask you, what do you think? Ed, do you even vote? Do you even vote? Okay. So you don't see anything wrong with people who vote and get their votes tossed in the trash. Okay. Okay. I think God would want their votes to be counted. He made a way for us to have this country, so I think he'd want their votes counted. Well, you say the same thing every morning, Ed. I mean, nothing's new coming out of your mouth. No, but you just say the same thing. Okay, well, don't know. Hey, Ed, let me tell you something, brother. There are a lot of things I could hate, but you ain't one of them. I'm just saying, you say that book. Our book has 66 books in it, and you pretty much say the same thing every morning, which is okay. But we can skip a whole week, bring Ed back on the next Monday, and you'll say the same thing. Yeah. Ed, that was a long Ed. Okay, I'm gonna have to hang up on you. That's a long time ago, Ed. Come on. See, that's what I'm doing. You say the same thing every morning, Ed. Come on, brother. But it's over. It ain't never been last. So why you keep going there? Yeah. Yeah. Well, my mother is a little different now. I mean, you got to give my mom some leeway. Okay. Now you see why I hang up on you, Ed. Okay, you're going back to the same thing you always say. You're telling a lie on me, and so I don't like to be lied on. Okay, no, Ed. You got 30 seconds left, and then we done. Yeah, you put God last. Okay, Ed, never mind. You got 30 seconds. Make it a good 30 seconds. And it doesn't make any difference. Okay, real. Okay, 30 seconds starting now. Okay, that's good. Gave you your 30 seconds. We good. All right then. 860-1440 is the number you want to give us a call. Gotta take a break. We'll be right back. Ed always takes my patience to a different place sometimes. Anyway, so we shall return right after this. And I truly am surprised. I'm looking on this ballot and see what person they put on the judgeship thing that nobody voted for. I got the ballot right in front of me. Circuit Court Judge. There's Greg Griffin, who had no oh, here she is, Monica Arrington. She's the only one. She's the only one on there. Okay, nobody else. Nobody voted for her. Nobody in this county of Montgomery voted for her. She may be a nice person. I don't know. This is not about her. This is about the process. And the process is they threw away all the votes for Fernando Morgan. They threw away all the votes for Sabrina Martin, and they put somebody on the ballot because it's their ballot, it is their party, and you're not included. Okay, I'm just saying. So Monica, I don't know who she is. I heard the name before. I heard the last name, Erica. I think there's an attorney in town named Erica. So this is not about her. This is about the process, and the process sucks. To tell people that your vote don't count, yeah, that's a big deal to me. Okay, that's why we keep going here and there. And I remember when they went to Afghanistan, one of the things they did was everybody had to paint their thumb purple so they could finally get some ID and validate the fact that they actually voted. Okay, and now we come back here, people vote, and their vote doesn't count. Does anybody really understand the significance of that? That they can take your vote, throw it away in the garbage like toilet paper, and put somebody on the ballot that nobody voted for. Did you guys realize that? And if it starts there, then where does it end? So Fernando Morgan's doing a write-in campaign. I wish him good luck on that. But he actually was a second runner-up on that judgeship. How the hell you do that?
Your WSFA First Alert Weather Forecast on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by Mothers Against Drunk Driving.
For victims of drunk and drug driving, our grief is unique. But you are not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Call our 24-hour victim hotline at 877-MAD-HELP or visit mad.org.
You guessed that it would be breezy. Plenty of sunshine. Well, you are right on. It's going to be breezy again with the wind speed out of the north and northeast and 20.
I guess I don't care. I ain't going to vote for nobody.
Low to mid 80s Saturday, low 80s again Sunday. Plenty of sun Saturday, a few more clouds on Sunday. That's your first alert forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Seabury for News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, brought to you by Brubaker Motors. It's better at Brubaker on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. Right now we're looking pretty good. Nothing's been reported recently that would send anyone on an alternate route. See something out there giving you trouble with traffic safely, contact us. We'll pass the info along. We do appreciate everybody's help. Whether your credit's perfect or just plain bad, approval for an equity loan when your home or land is a phone call away. You have to call. Call the 18 MCS in Wetumpka, 567-9000, NMLS 22876. Buckle up for Montgomery Skywatch. This is Major Delay.
You love your car, yes. But why are you not loving it with those tires that carry you and your family everywhere? Let Chico's Auto Pros show some love with our super savings on tires. Chico's Auto Pros.
$25,000 up for grabs.
Awesome, thank you.
Do you want it? Sorry, rhetorical question. Of course you do. It's the 25K Workday Payday. More info at newsradio1440.com.
17.8 pounds.
That's the average weight loss achieved in just 30 days during a recent patient study of a breakthrough weight loss program called Weightless from New Image Medical. Weightless uses a prescription-only compounded 3-in-1 combination of medications designed to suppress appetite, remove sugar and alcohol cravings, and defeat weight loss by decreasing carbohydrate and lipid absorption while helping stabilize post-meal glucose spikes and regulating sugar levels. The result is average weight loss of nearly 18 pounds in just 1 month. You won't find Weightless at your local name brand pharmacies, and you don't need to ask your doctor for a prescription. Just visit the exclusive home of Weightless at mynewimage.com. That's the letters image.com. Use promo code DRESS to save 30%. Why wait again? Lose almost 18 pounds. Start Weightless now, and you could drop that much in a month. Start now by going to mynewimage.com and use promo code DRESS. Again, that's the letters image.com. Save 30% using promo code DRESS.
Waiting is such a mistake.
The only easy day was yesterday.
We successfully treated one of our patients for erectile dysfunction. At Montgomery Men's Health, we want you to know first and foremost that waiting is a mistake, because the longer you wait, the more difficult it can be to treat their ED. Using what you've got is important, not just for your relationship, but for your overall health. There's some truth to the phrase, if you don't use it, you'll lose it.
You don't use it, you're going to lose it.
Without the anxiety that so many men experience. In fact, you might even find you performing like you haven't in a long time. We only treat ED and low T at Montgomery Men's Health, and we've successfully treated many men with protocols that are effective in nearly 90% of cases. We also have a full complement of treatments, including acoustic wave therapy, so you get the one that works best for you. So don't wait. Make an appointment. For just $99, you get a medical consultation, blood work, and medically advised assessments. Call today, 334-440-3663. That's 334-440-3663, or go to MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com.
Is there a calculator that can't compute in your kitchen drawer? Recycle it at Staples. A shredder that won't shred under your bed? Or a collection of cables cluttering up your closet? Recycle them now at Staples. With Staples Free Tech Take Back, we'll recycle your old tech free. Plus, rewards members get $5 back in rewards. So if you have modems, mice, and mobile phones making a mess of your home, recycle them now at Staples. Limit 1 reward per month. Redeemable in store only. Exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/recycling for details.
You see miracles all the time at our children's hospital, but miracles never come easy. That's why, as great as children's hospitals are, they need our support to keep miracles happening. Put your money where the miracles are. Support your Children's Miracle Network Hospital.
Join Sean Hannity Sundays at 3 p.m. for the Encore Show. Chinese to Russians don't fear Joe Biden on News Radio 1440.
And welcome in, everybody. And there are other things to talk about there, which I'll get to some of those things. But I just cannot believe that there is no outcry of people whose votes were thrown in the trash. It just bothers me that we live in a nation now where a private party can take your votes and throw them in the trash, which is a sacred duty of everybody that is in this country, if you're such age, to vote. A lot of folks died, fought, bled for that right to do that, and to have a private party come in and tell you your vote does not count. There is something wrong, that there is no outcry. There's just something wrong with that. Have we gone that far down in America that there's no outcry that kind of thing can? I mean, if I didn't see this with my own eyes, if I was overseas right now and somebody told me that in Montgomery, Alabama, that they took all the votes and put them in the trash and put their own candidate on there, the party there, I would say, I would say, come on, they don't do that in America. We don't do that in America. That sounds like a banana republic over in Central America someplace. That doesn't happen in America. You must be talking about Chile or Venezuela or Nicaragua or something like that. It can't be, or Chile. You're not talking about America. We don't take people's votes, throw them in the trash, and the guy who's still on the ballot, ignore him. We don't do that in America. Do we really? No, come on. I would have to say that was a sci-fi book movie, a sci-fi book. I would say we just don't do that. No, it's true. It's what happened. Okay. And you know the funny thing about it is that that none of you were consulted, were even asked about it. They just did it. So our government pays for these elections. You go vote, thinking that your vote is sacred, thinking that your vote is protected, and it turns out not so. Not so. So I'm just saying, listen, why vote? Seriously, why go vote? If the private party can take your vote and dump it in the trash, why go vote? Why waste the time to go do it? Okay, I don't know. I'm gonna get off this in a minute and get on something else because obviously this doesn't bother you guys. It doesn't bother you that you went out in the rain and the snow and people died and went out to vote. You voted for either Sabrina Martin or Fernando Morgan, and neither one of them is on the ballot. Neither one. I do not understand how anybody in this country, especially who have served this nation, been shot at and missed and crapped on and hit, how you can sit there and not be concerned about this behavior of a private party. I don't know. Hey, I'm going to be done with it in a second. Hey, come on, who's this? Yes. Well, there's no law in the book that you can throw away people's vote. Mm-hmm. Well, internally, they have the right to do what they do. But how many people do you because they're bylaw, how many people that vote Republican or vote Democrat ever in their wildest imagination would ever believe that their vote would be thrown in the trash? Well, I've never known. I've never known since I've been here 31 years. I've never known anybody's vote summarily clear the table and throw everybody's vote away, and the guy who came in second don't get a chance. Right, that's the private party, right? And private parties have a right to write their bylaw, but never in a million years would I believe that a private party had the right to do away with the public's votes. Yeah. But we did have a guy who ran on the ticket with her, Fernando Morgan. Mm-hmm. Right. We at least they still related to the guy that won. Right. They didn't run, but somebody came up with an agreement, I guess, or something. But that's a private party. But I'm talking about right here in Montgomery, though. How many people know that their vote was tossed? How many people know that? No. All they know is who they vote. All they know is that person didn't get enough votes. But again, to take the guy who came in second and throw him off and put somebody that nobody voted for. Well, but I guess he feels somewhat defeated. But he's doing a write-in candidacy right now, and good luck on that one. Yeah, yeah. I don't know if he's part of the Democratic Party or he ran as a Democrat. And there's a difference. If you run as a Democrat, it's not the same thing as actually being an official Democrat. So you got to belong to the party. Yeah. You with yeah. Logic and reason has nothing to do with being a Democrat. Hey, appreciate it. Good morning. Who's this? Yes, Steve. But they were voted for. But they were voted for. Right. Mm-hmm. 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 With Democrats when they ran. Right. Listen, I agree with you. Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, I agree. I think if you run as a Democrat or a Republican, you're obligated until the next election cycle, in my mind, to stay with the party that put you there. Yeah. Well, he over 80 years old too. It's time for him to go. Yeah, he did. Yeah. Right. Right. Which makes sense to me. Makes sense to me. Yeah. 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 Yeah, you did. Yeah, he made it. All right. Appreciate it. Good morning. Who's this? Good morning. Which is reasonable. Which is reasonable. I mean, yeah. Mm-hmm. Right. Right. Mm-hmm. Oh, mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. The people have got to stand up, and the people have got to stand up. I mean, honestly, God, if somebody went into the voting place the day after the vote and threw all those votes away, somebody would go to jail. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's true. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Well, listen, if I find one, I'll let you know. Jerry, I'll call him and see what. Yeah, I'll call him and see what he says. And I got $100. That ain't. Yeah, yeah, we will. Yeah. Do we get what we want? Hey, okay. All right, appreciate it. I got to take a break. My last break, and I will come back again. This really is a big deal, and unfortunately, people don't realize how big a deal it really is. But it is. When your vote can be dispatched and thrown away, and somebody put on a ballot that has nothing to do with the election, nobody know who it is. They just put on it, and now they tell you got to vote for that person. This is a big deal. Now, I understand most poor folks like me can't afford to sue them by myself. Something's wrong with this. Okay, I'm just saying. Anybody know who's running? We'll be back.
Your WSFA First Alert Weather Forecast on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by Blindster. Want to save big on new blinds? Blindster.com offers custom-made blind shades and shutters shipped directly to you at prices less than big box retailers. Shop Blindster now and save 45% off any order. Just use code radio. Offer ends soon. Shop today. Blindster.com.
Did you guess that it would be breezy again today with plenty of sunshine? Well, you are right on. It's going to be breezy again with the wind speed out of the north and northeast 10 to 20. It will be mostly sunny. The temperatures upper 70s, mid to upper 70s, another below average day. For tonight, we're back down into the low 50s, clear skies, low to mid 80s Saturday, low 80s again Sunday. Plenty of sun Saturday, a few more clouds on Sunday.
That's your first alert forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Seabury for News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Brubaker Motors. It's better at Brubaker on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. We've got a new accident. Old Farm Lane in Prattville. It's Prattville Christian Academy. It's right in front of the school. Doesn't involve anything.
Baby.
You see something else giving you trouble? Contact us. We'll pass the info on. We appreciate everybody's help. Tuesday, October 4th, Trinity State will have an open house at their Patterson campus. Learn about their degrees in business, automotive, and diesel, computers, robotics, medical, so much more. October 4th, Patterson campus from 4 till 8 p.m. Buckle up, it's the law. From Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, this is Major Delay.
Why are you driving around town on those old road cars? Do you like living dangerously? Say no to old, bald, and dangerous. All your car needs Chico's Auto Pros, 239-9550.
Hey guys, it's me, Wrestling Legend Ric Flair, and I'm on a mission to help millions of guys put more flair down there with Mount Everest. Unlike generic ED treatment programs that can take up to 6
Put some flair down there.
standing and attention in as little as 5 minutes. You'll have an absolutely mind-blowing experience every time. Because only On Everest offers unique 3-in-1 custom compounded medication. On Everest will make you a kid-stealing, squealing, son of a gun like me every night. Don't lose another night to ED. Put the flair down there with Mount Everest. Woo!
See if Mount Everest is right for you. Join NUimage.com now and use promo code.
That's a hell of a commercial.
20%. That's join the letters NUimage.com and use promo code radio to save 20%.
I thought they forgot. Mm-hmm.
To buy your home, you became a house hunting agent. Learn about
Okay, man, I got a question to ask you. I figured you'd be up by now. I need you to call the show. We got some questions to ask you. 3230042. But yeah, give me about 2 minutes. Yeah, 0042. Yeah. Oh, give me about let's see how many minutes I got left. 10 seconds. Give me about 2 minutes. All right. Bye.
And the pills physical contact creates a special bond. If you have questions about breastfeeding, talk with your pediatrician and visit healthychildren.org.
The thought of my sons growing up without me inspired me to quit smoking.
I talked to my doctors and then I threw away all my cigarettes, ashtrays, and lighters. I started exercising instead of smoking.
Getting support from friends online kept me on track.
Staying away from alcohol when I was first quitting was key.
Instead of smoking after I ate, I'd get up and take a walk.
I missed having a cigarette in my hand, so I'd hold a pen or a straw, anything.
Until I knew I wouldn't give in to temptation, I spent more time with my friends who didn't smoke.
I went to places that were smoke-free.
I didn't stay quit the very first time I tried.
I kept on trying, and I learned something each time. Do whatever it takes, no matter how many times it takes.
I quit.
Yeah, who in the world can see that?
I quit.
We did it, so can you.
You can quit. For free help, call 1-800-QUIT NOW. A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and CDC.
He's smart, witty, and fast. It's Mark Levin this afternoon at 5 on News Radio 1440.
Okay, we're back. 860-1440 is the number. Now, I did call my good friend Jerry, and hopefully Jerry's going to give me a call a couple minutes here. Good morning. Who's this? Pretty good. How are you? Well, hey, listen, I can't disagree with you. I mean, I think it violates the tenets of the fabric of America. To tell people 14,000 votes, we just gonna put them in the trash. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Right. Yeah. Right. Right. Hey, I appreciate your call. I think I got my attorney friend on the line with us right now. Jerry, good morning. Fine, fine. Listen, here's a question. Here's our question we have this morning for you. In Montgomery, Alabama, a couple months ago, when it had the judicial race, Sabrina Martin was on it. She won fair and square. But after the race was over, they found some things that they said the Democratic Party didn't like. So they just quickly took her name off the ballot. The guy, Fernando Morgan, was the guy who came in second because he was the only one running for that job. They took her name off the ballot, put somebody on the ballot that nobody voted for. Most of us never even heard of her. And Fernando Morgan was just left out in the cold, even though he did get 5,000 votes. I think she got 9. Anyway, it's a total of 14,000 votes that were totally dismissed, thrown out the window. If you and I had went down to the ballot box and took 14,000 votes and threw them in the trash, isn't there a law against that? Right, private parties, right. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. So let me ask you a question. You got two people on their ballot. One person got more votes than the other one. They're going to disqualify her. Then why in the world not put the guy who actually got some votes in her stead? But he got votes. And the woman that got in there now don't have any votes. Right. Well, yeah, and that's true. But he still came in second. Right. Okay. And I got to, okay, so let me ask you a question. Just strictly from a legal standpoint, forget the policies of the Democratic Party. I go into the ballot box. I'm just Joe anybody, and I find the ballots. I throw them away. Is that a crime? Okay, right. So they can do something illegal under the guise of their founding documents and papers. But if you and I did it, we'd go to jail. So can we call the word corruption here? Can we just use that word? Yeah. So that's why you put the guy who came in second. That they giving us somebody that nobody voted for. Okay, but you also agreed that if I did it or you did it, take 14,000 ballots and throw them in the trash, that's illegal. Well, that's why we're calling you. Wait a minute. That's why we're calling you this morning. That's why we're calling you. We want to know, will you take our case? Yes, it is. So will you take our case and we can raise the money? Okay. Okay. That voted. Yeah. Right. Right. Okay. So we can call you up though when we get the money together. So for this lawsuit, we can retain you, right? Okay. Appreciate it. All right. So you heard it, folks. If we did it, they throw us in jail. Okay. Good morning. Who's this? Yes. What's that? What? What's that got to do with anything? What's that? Wait a minute, brother. I've seen. Well, you may be right, but I've seen students go to Alabama. I've seen students go to Alabama State, have an Alabama State thing on their car and a University of Alabama thing on their car at the same time. Now that's true, right? But that's yeah. Okay. All right. Appreciate it. Let me take one more call before I go. Good morning on air. Yes. Not really, but I knew you was headed back today. Right. Yeah. He didn't have to, no. Well, I don't think there's any rules in there to say we can toss your votes away. Well, I've never ran for office, so I don't really know. Yeah. I don't think he agreed to get his ballots tossed. Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Again, I don't think he agreed to have his vote. Right, listen, I hear what you're saying, but he did not agree to have his vote summarily dismissed if they're going to disqualify the first person. What? Yeah. DeVelle. Develle. I don't know. I know what my first name is Lincoln. Because I looked it up. That's how. I didn't find it in the language, but I mean devil. Nah, that means police. That ain't no Swahili name. I mean, how many Swahilis know the name DeVelle? Well, I did look it up actually. I'm not sure. I'm not really sure which language it was under, but I did look it up. Anyway, we'll be back. Hey, welcome back. Not really, but I'm glad you made it back safely, if nothing else. All right. See ya.
Now, your WSFA 12 news update on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, I'm Jasmine Williams with WSFA 12 News. Here's what's happening this Thursday. Law enforcement agencies, the governor's office, the Red Cross, and others are all pitching in to help those impacted by Hurricane Ian. Evacuees in Alabama can call 211 for information about hotel rooms in New York. With Alabama situated on the dry side of Hurricane Ian, the Alabama Forestry Commission issued a wildfire advisory to most of the state. Red flag warning for the issues of Southern County.
You know.
Financial news this morning for the second time in 7 years, regulators ordered pay customers charging illegal overdraft fees. The Financial Protection Bureau found that bank executives were aware of these penalties and did nothing to stop the practice. I'm Jasmine Williams with WSFA 12 News, and these are your
News Radio 1440 WLWI-AM, the home of Sean Hannity, also on 95.1 HD3 FM, Montgomery, Alabama, or Cumulus Media Station.
This is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Liberty Mutual Insurance.
I'm Peter King in Orlando. Surf's up in Tampa Bay, still feeling the effects of what is now Tropical Storm Ian. Damage assessments along the Gulf Coast are just starting. Correspondent Manuel Bajorquez is in Fort Myers.
Even without being able to drive around this area because there are downed trees everywhere and likely standing water, we can see that there's devastation here. Debris here was left by the storm surge. There's pieces of wood over there. There's some lounge chairs, a picnic table, a bridge over here.
The storm center is close to Cape Canaveral, and it's been raining here in Central Florida for 24 hours. Flood warnings are up for low-lying areas like Kissimmee, just south of Orlando. This woman got out just in time.
I think I got my purse and maybe a phone, cell phone. That's about it. I mean, because it just rapidly went up so high so quickly, it's just, you had to get out of there.
Sheriff's deputies have been making water rescues with airboats floating on streets usually packed with cars. More than 2.5 million customers are without power. This storm is not done with Florida yet. I'm Peter King in Orlando. Now with more CBS News, here's Deborah Rodriguez.
Peter, we go to Moscow.
Spokesman Dmitry Peskov announcing Russia will formally annex 4 occupied Ukrainian territories tomorrow after Kremlin orchestrated referendums. And the head of NATO is speaking out after Nord Stream pipeline leaks. Here's correspondent Cami McCormick.
NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg says all evidence indicates the damage to the pipelines from Russia to Europe was deliberate, reckless, and irresponsible acts of sabotage. He said they're causing risks to shipping and substantial environmental damage. And he said NATO allies are committed to defending against attacks on critical energy infrastructure by state or non-state actors.
Nord Stream spokesman says they expect to have those leaks plugged up by Monday. Finland announcing today it would no longer allow Russian tourists into its country. Vice President Kamala Harris wrapped up a 4-day trip to Asia with a visit to the demilitarized zone between North and South Korea.
The commitment of the United States to the defense of the Republic of Korea is ironclad.
In a show of defiance, North Korea fired at least 1 ballistic missile into the sea. There were 2 launches yesterday. You've heard of the pandemic-era office trend? Beyonce singing about quiet quitting, taking it easy at work, refusing to go into the office. Now, the Wall Street Journal reports more bosses are quiet firing, not inviting those employees to meetings, offering them plum projects or promotions, raises. S&P futures down 47. This is CBS News.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance, so you only pay for what you need. Visit libertymutual.com to learn more. Attention all business owners who rent or lease space, including storage space. Stop wasting your money paying someone else for your space. You can now save a ton of money and own your own building with the incredible sale prices from General Steel. That's right, start saving money every month on renting space from others. Just call 877-25-STEEL to see how General Steel can help you save money. Our 50-year structural warranty buildings are custom designed for your needs and save you a ton of money. Call 877-25-STEEL.
Take it from a successful entrepreneur. If you need to expand or start a new business, you need General Steel.
Great team and the competitive pricing is the reason I went with General Steel.
Call 877-25-STEEL now, and you can get any of our popular quick construction structures, including a 40 by 60 foot building or a 50 by 100 clear span building fast and easy. Call 877-25-STEEL. That's 877-257-8335. 877-25-STEEL.
All rise for number 61.
The wait for New York Yankees slugger Aaron Judge ended in Toronto Wednesday night.
And the 3-2. Troll deep to left field. This could be it. See ya. He's done it. Number 61. He's been chasing history, and now he makes it.
Michael Kay on the Yes Network.
He and Roger Maris are tied with 61 home runs, the most anybody has ever hit in a single season in American League history.
Tom Foley, CBS News.
Researchers at Penn State University took a look at women who take painkillers during pregnancy, finding their children are about 20% more likely to have ADHD or a form of insomnia by the age of 3 if their moms took Tylenol, all similar over-the-counter medication, while they were expecting. According to the CDC, about 65% do take some. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
A 25K workday payday. Here's your national keyword to win $100. Text CASH, C-A-S-H, CASH, to 95819.
I never won anything in the radio before. Wow.
Standard messaging rates apply. Don't text to drive. You'll text back to confirm your entry. If you win, you'll be qualified to win the grand prize of $25,000. It's the 25K workday payday on News Radio 1440.
What's for dinner? Burgers?
After last week, no thanks.
Avoiding foods due to fear of diarrhea, gas, stomach pain, or loose oily stools? It may not be just stomach issues. It could be EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency. EPI can cause uncomfortable symptoms because it's a condition where the pancreas doesn't release enough digestive enzymes to break down food. But EPI can be managed. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor about your symptoms. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Okay, 3 more climbers, 7 loggers.
Ted's sustainably sourced logging company is growing a new branch.
What about the truck driver contracts?
which means a new HR manager will be the first hire to fall.
Then we'll need to staff up the warehouse.
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministries.
Let's see, if something costs less, but people are happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that's Medishare. Maybe you've heard switching to Medishare to pay for healthcare can save the typical family $500 a month. And that's huge, but it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch, too. The customer satisfaction rate for Medishare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. Double. Medishare works. It's been around for more than a quarter century, and members have shared more than $3 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. So, yeah, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or just a plan you're happy with, you can call right now. It requires you in 2 minutes. Very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. 844-53-BIBLE. That's 844-53-BIBLE. 844-53-BIBLE.
Don't miss Sean Hannity.
Biden incoherently adheres
Live this afternoon at 2 p.m. on News Radio 1440.
All righty then. Yep, I knew that Father Dean and those guys wasn't gonna think about this was the fifth. This was the fifth Thursday. I knew they were gonna forget. See, I knew they were. That's okay. We'll catch them next week. 860-1440 is the number here. Want to give us a call up, talk to you. Anyway, sometime I'm gonna have Fernando Morgan on next week and talk about this a little bit more. But there are other things to talk about besides this. Again, I just think it's an insult to the memories and to the lives lost and limbs torn apart from people who serve this nation, so we can sustain our way of life. And the hallmark, the one thing that separates us from banana republics is the vote. One man, one vote. Okay, not so that a party can say, well, we don't like either one of them, so we're gonna disregard your vote. Okay, we got all these people raising hell about voting, and nobody raising hell about this. I think there is a lawsuit due on this thing here. I'm not a member of the. I'm not a. Well, actually, I am a member because I voted for Fernando. Okay, and you're gonna tell me my vote don't count either. So I don't know. I may have to get involved. I got my $100 here, so y'all, maybe we get Jerry to work kind of cheap. We'll see. We need to file a lawsuit against them. Okay, I'm just telling you. Yeah, don't tell me. Even though I do vote for Republicans most of the time. No, was he on there? No. Did I? Well, I voted for somebody. Anyway, nobody can prove I didn't. So 860-1440 is the number here. You want to do if you want to give us a call, whatever is on your mind. A couple other things. Yesterday, there was a work stoppage in the prisons in Alabama, which I don't really blame them. I don't really know if it's going to do any good for those people to. I do think they ought to be treated fairly, but at the end of the day, they're still prisoners and they are still slaves of the state for the time being, and not a whole lot you can do, but they ought to be treated better than dogs. Okay, I just think they ought to be. Good morning, who's this? Yes. Right. No. Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, but right. But let me tell you something. If your bylaws go against the law, okay, of the state, then see, somebody's going to bring this up in court. Nobody around here that's a Democrat is going to sue the Democratic Party for what they've done, except me. Well, I've never known them to get rid of 14,000 votes. Tell me where. Give me a race. Give me a race. Give me a race where they replace somebody who had won. And again, just because you got a bylaw, don't make it legal. Right? No. Okay. So let me ask you a question. Okay. Wait a minute. Let me ask you a question. Wait. He also agreed with me. That it was illegal to do that. And if it's illegal, no matter it's in your bylaws or not, but somebody has to take it to court. Yes, he did, to throw away ballots. To throw away ballots is illegal. Okay. He told me that, wait a minute. He told me that throwing away ballots is illegal. That's what he told me. Yes, they did. Yeah. And just because listen, the gangster rule is you can sell dope. Is selling dope illegal? But inside gangsterland, you can sell dope. They even got rules in gangsterland that if you sell dope to somebody you ain't supposed to sell dope to, it's in their bylaw, they can kill you. But is that legal? No. Just because you have bylaws don't make it legal. But somebody has got to put forth an action. Well, that's what I'm doing. I've never heard the Republican. Give me a case where the Republican Party did this. Give me a case where the Republicans did this. I just want a case. Okay. Well, then again, give me a case where they threw away all the ballots. Give me a case where the Republicans did that. Yeah. If you got somebody on the ballot, wait, hold, green. Listen, if you have somebody on the ballot right now that nobody voted for, and the one man who came in second is not on the ballot, then what did they do with all the ballots? Yes, they did. Nobody who got voted for, is on the ballot. Okay. The one. Mm-hmm. That's their problem. That's their fault. Yeah. Yeah. Again, just because you have a bylaw. Okay. Right. But again, just because it's I don't know. Just because it's a bylaw does not make it legal. Okay. So we got to go to court. It wasn't legal. So of course I'm right. I'm always right. I appreciate it. Good morning. Who's this? Yes. Trump was over there, wasn't he? Well, we don't want to listen. We don't even want to get into that. Matter of fact, I don't know if he knows the way. Well, it could be 5. I mean, yeah. Yeah. Hey. Oh well. I appreciate it. Here's something. I guess a lawyer would have to tell me. If you have a bylaw that goes against the law, is it still a good bylaw? I don't believe it is. Good morning. Who's this? Okay. Okay. Whatever. Huh? Yeah. Okay. What's on your mind? I don't care nothing about the Republican Party. Nope. 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 No, she didn't. No, she did not. That's no, not on a private. No, this is an election. She didn't have to sign off on Jacqueline. This is strictly the doing of the Alabama. She signed off on Mr. The former county commissioner. She appointed that because he was still in office. Okay, not the. Well, listen, I got a 12-piece bucket dinner. Yeah, you are wrong. Yeah. Elton, she signed off on Elton Dean's replacement. Okay. Yeah. Hey, you said the right thing. I don't know. Yeah. You said the right thing. I don't know. That's right. That's what they pay. They pay me to know these things. Okay. That's what that's what I get paid for. Yeah. Okay. I'll do that. I'll take care of it. All right. Appreciate it. Let me see who's next. Good morning. Who's this? Hey, pretty good, Fernando. You see, you've been the topic of my conversation this morning. Right. Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, to the point, those are the reasons that were given to the records at the August 13 meeting as to why the Democratic Party disqualified Mitch Martin. So what I'm hoping is that people's voices can still be heard on election day November 8th, because they vote 5,769 people voted for it. And I want those voices to be heard. And even after Mitch Martin was disqualified, a lot of people who had originally supported her saying, now, if we do all that, we behind you. So even more numbers are getting behind me. So we're hoping people's voices can truly be heard on November 8th. And squash all of it and make sure that people's voices are heard. So that's what we want to get out there today.
Okay, well, we'll be talking more again about this, because I'm not really satisfied with this whole apparatus of throwing people's votes out. And the guy who's still on the ballot is no longer on the ballot, and we put somebody on the ballot that nobody knows about, nobody voted for. And again, she may be a nice woman. I don't know who she is, but the process is what irks me so bad about this. We send our young men and women to countries to get shot at, to go in harm's way, to do all kinds of things, so we can make sure those people have a right to pick their leaders. And in this country, we're going to be told, we're going to be summarily dismissed all the votes that were voted for you and Martin. And I still think the way they did Martin was kind of screwed up too. She got votes from the people. And we're going to say, well, because we're a private organization, we're going to discard your votes. It ain't her fault that you guys, that they didn't do their due diligence to find information that they should have found out. So that's just me. Okay. Well, answer me this one question. Though. The bylaws don't supersede the laws and statutes of any community, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Is there any law? Is there any law that says there is a reason to discard ballots? Okay, I'm not aware of it either, and therefore, I think what the Democratic Party did was break the law by telling 14,000 people that not only, it's almost like they didn't exist. It's almost like they did not even vote. They voted. So what you're going to tell those 14,000 people what happened to their vote? It's going to take a lot of people smarter than us, not me, to get the answer. But I already know the answer to the question. And bylaws do not supersede federal law or county and state laws. And it's against the law to discard ballots. So we'll leave that alone. All right. Appreciate it. 860-1414. Take one more call and take a break, Mom. Okay. Good morning. You're on air. Yes. Mm-hmm. I can't even remember if I voted in the Democratic one or the Republican one. I can't even remember. I can't even remember who I voted for now. I can't even remember. I think I voted for Morgan, actually. I really can't remember. Not all the time. I lean Republican. I believe I did, actually. I believe I did. Yeah, I think I did. I believe I did. Yeah. And then normally I don't do that, but I like Fernando and yes. Not all the time. No, not all the time. Because the problem is you don't have to like. Yeah. Right. Democrat the voter. That's right. That's right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But that's not our problem. That's not my problem, though. That's their problem. Right. Right. But they still don't have the right to break the law. Mm-hmm. Right. Mm-hmm. And a bylaw does not supersede the law. Right. And bylaws don't supersede the law. You don't have a right to discard ballots. We're talking about 14,000 votes. What happened to the votes? Donald, what happened to the votes? What happened to the votes, though? What happened to the votes? So the second guy, okay, no, but Fernando got votes too. So his votes don't count? Exactly. So the party gets to decide. So why vote? Why vote if that's their problem? That's not my problem. Right. Appreciate it. Gotta take a break. That's their problem. If they don't have the money to make this right, that's their problem. They need to go out and get some more money. But to tell me that my vote and thousands of other people's votes don't count, no, I ain't buying that. We'll be back.
Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, brought to you by Brubaker Motors.
If they don't have the money for a redo, that's their problem. It ain't mine.
Memoirs and true crime to celebrities and sci-fi. Audible is the home of storytelling, audiobooks, podcasts, and originals. Sign up for a free 30-day trial at audible.com.
Good morning, Montgomery. Finishing a couple of accident sites. Highway 9 at Powell Loop Road in Wetumpka. Also, Old Farm Lane at Prattville Christian Academy. Minor accident there in front of the school involving 3 vehicles and a truck. Looking at your traffic flow map, no big problems or slowdowns that can send you on an alternate route. Get ready for football and fall at Midtown Plaza. Shop Verizon, then eat at Pune Garden or American Deli. Midtown Plaza and Street off of I-85, another great McClinton and Company development. Buckle up, it's the law from Montgomery Skywatch Traffic. This is Major Delay.
You love your car, yes. But why are you not loving it with those tires that carry you and your family everywhere? Let Chico's Auto Pros show some love with our super savings on tires. Chico's Auto Pros.
Turn up your radio. Here's the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
He's speaking, and he has is Representative Jackie Malarski in attendance.
So I want to thank all of you here for including bipartisan elected officials like Representative Governor, Senator Brown, Senator Booker, Representative Jackie. Where's Jackie? I don't think she was over here to help make this a reality.
Jackie Malarski is dead. She died sadly. Back in August in a car accident. He'd forgotten. I can't handle it. I really can't. But that's your Joe Biden. That's the American president.
Check out the Sean Hannity radio show later today, right here.
Well, there's something about fall that makes me want my house to feel more like a home, and that's why my fall project is new custom window treatments, from our friends at Blinds.com. Now, a fall home refresh doesn't need to be a hassle, and Blinds.com offers a premium selection of blinds, shades, shutters, drapes, and it's so affordable and shipping is always free. Just go to Blinds.com right now, save up to 40% off site-wide. Now through October the 4th, all shutters are 40% off from our friends at Blinds.com. Rules and restrictions may apply.
34 of their shipmates were killed, and they were ordered to remain silent. JusticeForLiberty.org.
What torpedo boats did street fire shooting our life rafts. Matter of fact, they committed some war crimes.
There was no accident.
The United States-Israeli relationship is based on fabrication and lies. The activity of war is because of Israel in the Middle East.
Please visit JusticeForLiberty.org and contribute whatever you can.
I don't know, but I think I might jump from an airplane while in flight.
Well, no question, the summertime heat has arrived in full force. Let us at Just Blinds help you not only cool down your home and your outdoor living space, we'll also help you save money on those cooling bills. How do we do that? Easy. With the latest in energy-efficient shades and blinds, complete with a range of options for motorization and automation. Visit our Just Blinds showroom in Prattville or online at GoJustBlinds.com and stay cool, everyone.
At Tallahassee Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, we understand the purchase of a new vehicle is one of the largest purchases you'll make. For over 35 years, thousands of customers have trusted us as their choice. Our small-town laid-back friendly feel gives you a more personal experience with less hassle. During our Jeep Adventure Days, let our professional sales staff assist you with your new vehicle purchase. Whether you're tailgating or riding the roads, the all-new Grand Wagoneer is here and ready for your next grand adventure. TallasseeAutomotive.com. Drive a little, save a lot.
Hey guys, it's me, Wrestling legend Ric Flair, and I'm on a mission to help millions of guys put more flair down there with Mount Everest. Unlike generic ED treatment programs that can take up to 60 minutes to work, Mount Everest can have you standing at attention in as little as 5 minutes. You'll have an absolutely mind-blowing experience every time. That's because only Mount Everest offers a unique 3-in-1 custom compounded medication. Mount Everest will make you a kid feeling never enough. Don't lose another night of ED. Put the flare down there with Mount Everest. Woo!
See if Mount Everest is right for you. Go to joinnuimage.com now and use promo code radio to save 20%. That's join the letters NUimage.com and use promo code radio to save 20%. Go to joinnuimage.com and save 20% with promo code radio. Sponsored by New Image Medical.
Telling it like it really is. It's the Dan Bongino Show, weekdays from 11 to 2 on News Radio 1440.
Alrighty then.
I can see the sun is breaking through the sky.
Anyway, good morning, everybody. Hope everybody hope your day is going well. 860-1440 is a number here. We've just been having a conversation. I didn't get to most of the stuff I want to get to yet. Okay, I'll get to it tomorrow. We were just talking about voting. What do you do when 14,000 people's votes are summarily dismissed, like the Democratic Party did on an election coming up in Montgomery in November with the court thing with Fernando Morgan and Sabrina Martin? They disqualified her, didn't give it to him, put somebody in that nobody voted for, and tell them sorry about that, but those votes don't count. And I find that's un-American. That goes against everything that our young men and women have died going overseas for, to have your votes counted. Okay. Now some guy said, so will the Republican Party do it too? But somebody give me a case where the Republican Party dismissed everybody's vote in the city of Montgomery or the county of Montgomery and said we put our own person in there. I'm not talking about somebody dying in office. The governor gets to decide who fills that seat. I guess depending on which seat it is. But the judicial elections are the people are decided by the vote. And when one party thinks their bylaws supersede the law, as far as I'm concerned, and the principle of the law, then those bylaws are to me are illegitimate in my mind. 860-1440 is the number here. We want to, if you want to have a conversation about that, because if it starts with this one, where does it end? Okay, that's all I want to know. Where does it end? Good morning. Who's this? Pretty good. Right. I didn't say no. No, I didn't, no, no. If I said that, I was wrong. I said bylaws don't trump. What I meant to say, bylaws don't trump state and federal law. Well, I mean, Jerry told me this morning it's still against the law to throw away ballots, and they threw away the ballots. Wait a minute. Who disqualified? Who disqualified them? So the people that voted, right? If nobody can tell me where the ballots are for all intents and purposes, then they've been thrown away. So who gave the Republic? I hear what you're saying. So what happens to all the people? What happens to all the people that voted for either candidate? What happens to them, to their vote? Exactly, and I can't buy that. I don't. And again, we need a lawsuit. No, somebody has to bring about a lawsuit to get this in front of a judge. You cannot tell me 14,000 people, right? But I agree with you. They're bylaws, right? Yeah, right. Okay, right. And again, right. And again, the dope people have laws too. But those laws inside the dope world don't mean jack when it comes to the outside world. And I'm telling you right now, the Democratic Party is acting like some of them dope folks. They're going to buy their own laws, okay, disregarding all the votes by 14,000 people. I've never heard the Republican Party doing this. Right. We agree. Somebody got to take them to court. Somebody's got to take them to court because, and I'll ask you the same question. Show me a case where the Democratic Party did away with all the votes that candidates got and put their own person in. Yeah. Okay. All right. Appreciate it. So far, nobody can jump. Good morning, on air. Good morning. Who's this? Yes. Good morning. All right. Yeah. All right. Right. Well, there's certain yeah. Yeah. It ain't work. And obviously, we just saw that. Hey, appreciate you, guys. Got to take my break. Went behind. Let me just share this with you. There are approximately, not only, but there are 4 ways to block people from exercising their most fundamental right as a citizen of the United States. First, stop them from registering to vote. Okay, well, we got that under control. Second, if they register anyway, cancel their voter registration. Third, prevent them from getting to the polls to cast a ballot. But here's the one that gets me. The 4th way, if all that fails, invalidate their vote. I believe that's what the Alabama Democratic Party has done in this particular election. They have invalidated 14,000 votes of the citizens of Montgomery County. I think we used to call that voter suppression. We'll be back.
First Alert Weather Forecast on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by Audible. This fall, find everything you love listening to on Audible. From memoirs and true crime to celebrities and sci-fi. Audible is the home of storytelling, audiobooks, podcasts, and originals. Sign up for a free 30-day trial at audible.com.
If you guessed that it would be breezy again today with plenty of sunshine, well, you are right on. It's going to be breezy again with the wind speed out of the north and northeast 10 to 20. It will be mostly sunny. And temperatures upper 70s, mid to upper 70s, another below average day. For tonight, we're back down into the low 50s, clear skies, low to mid 80s Saturday, low 80s again Sunday. Plenty of sun Saturday, a few more clouds on Sunday. That's your first alert forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Seabury for News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, brought to you by Brubaker Motors. It's better at Brubaker on News Radio 1440.
Hello, Montgomery. Right now, things are looking good. Nothing's being reported by the authorities that would send anyone on an alternate route. You keep listening, and we'll keep you posted with the latest and the most accurate traffic conditions on the radio. Over 30 homes to choose from at Jayco Homes, with more arriving each week. You can talk to Coach Jared, Brandon, or Pam. It's all at Jayco Homes on Wetumpka Highway and their new location in Alex City. Buckle up, it's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, this is Major Delay.
Attention River Region listeners, take advantage of 4 new tires with no money down at Chico's Auto Pros, Montgomery's #1 rated tire store. Chico's Auto Pros.
Thinking about life insurance? What if you could make one free phone call and learn the best price from up to 10 price competitive companies? Well, that's exactly what happens when you call SelectQuote. For example, George is 39. He was getting sky-high quotes from other companies because he takes meds to control his blood pressure. But when I shopped around, I found him a 10-year, $500,000 policy for under $22 a month. I'm SelectQuote agent Dan Savino, and believe me, if SelectQuote isn't shopping for your life insurance, you're probably paying too much.
For your free quote, call 800-890-6688. That's 800-890-6688. 800-890-6688. Or go to SelectQuote.com. Since 1985, we shop, you save.
Get full details on the example policy at SelectQuote.com/commercials. It must be verified by the underheld issuing company and other factors not available in all states.
Thinking about life insurance? What if you could make one free phone call and learn the best price from up to 10 price competitive companies? Well, that's exactly what happens when you call SelectQuote. For example, George is 39. He was getting sky-high quotes from other companies because he takes meds to control his blood pressure. But when I shopped around, I found him a 10-year, $500,000 policy for under $22 a month. I'm SelectQuote agent Dan Savino, and believe me, if SelectQuote isn't shopping for your life insurance, you're probably paying too much.
For your free quote, call 800-890-6688. That's 800-890-6688. 800-890-6688. Or go to SelectQuote.com. Since 1985, we shop, you save.
Get full details on the example policy at SelectQuote.com/commercials. The price compared for the underheld issuing company not available in all states.
Hey, Bobby, why do digital marketers make good actors?
I'm not sure, but why do they?
Because they nail impressions. Man, Bobby, you kill me. So, you think you can sell impressions too? Boy, do we have a job for you. Cumulus Media is looking for a great digital sales manager. We offer full-time positions with great benefits and opportunities in media, digital sales, a fun working environment, and all the impressions you could possibly think about selling in the industry, on air, and online.
Go to newsradio1440.com for details.
The U.S. Supreme Court was established on the principles of fairness, dignity, and impartiality, but it's really a mess. I'm Leon Naples, and I want to tell you about a new show I'm working on. It's called 5 to 4. 9 justices that compose the Supreme Court are not the smartest people in the country. No. We are. That's why every week, Peter, Rhiannon, and Michael are going to take on a legally dubious Supreme Court decision. Listen and subscribe to 5 to 4, free wherever you get your podcasts. The Westwood One Podcast Network, and the conversation starts.
Hi, I'm Queen Latifah. Even with heart failure, my mother remains strong.
Because without strength, you lose hope. Together, we will rise above heart failure.
To help prevent, improve, or manage heart failure, go to riseabovehf.org.
Telling it like it really is.
That's the fact, Jack.
It's the Dan Bongino Show, weekdays from 11 to 2 on News Radio 1440.
Alrighty. Okay, we're back. Good morning to you. Hey, don't forget, sponsor of our show, of course, that would be JL Lane Truck and Auto, JL Lane Truck and Auto, or jllaneTruckandAuto.com. You're at work right now, you can't get out, you can't get a chance to go over there at 208 Gun Road, and you want to look at their cars, well, all you can do is go to the website, jllaneTruckandAuto.com. All one word except .com. You know, you got to put a period there, COM. You know how that works, right? You got online inventory, you can check it out and see what they got, okay? And you can buy there, you can pay there. You don't have to worry about pleasing the hand of Mr. Credit Scorekeeper. Don't worry about it. They will help you. Life happens, like Dave Ramsey said. Sometimes life happens, and sometimes it happens twice, 2 or 3 times, but you still have to survive. And in order to survive in America, you need some wheels, okay? You need some wheels. You need some. Well, go to these guys. Every car they have has been checked vigorously, rigorously. They are great people to do business with. So if you need a ride, you're tired of walking, okay, then all you need to do is give them a call, 272-4313. Sit down, talk to Mr. Lane or Steve, and they'll if there's a way they can get you in a car, they will put you in that car. Okay, go check out it online. Go check out online and see the car you might be interested in, or you can walk over there or go over there, 208 Gun Road, or 272-4313. And don't forget the website, jllaneTruckandAuto.com. And you'll be glad. Sure, really, you will. You'll be glad that you did. That's where Z's going to get his first car from. Okay. 860-1440 number here. If you want to give us a call, love to talk to you, whichever on your mind. We went someplace today that I didn't plan to spend the whole 2 hours on, but fundamentally, what the Democratic Party did, they took the ballots of 14,000 people and invalidated them by taking off one person that had ran on the election for whatever reason. They took her off, and the guy who actually ran against her did not get installed instead, and he still ran as a Democrat. But he still didn't get installed instead. So 14,000 votes were summarily invalidated. And if I'm the people that voted, and I understand bylaws, and I understand, I understand, but that does not do away with people's ballot. You don't have a right. You don't have a right to tell the Democratic Party does not have a right to tell 14,000 people your votes don't count, and we're going to put somebody in here that none of you know. Nobody voted for. I mean, we don't even know who she is. They don't get a chance. But you got an election coming up, and that's going to be your choice. Your choice is somebody who you did not vote for to vote for. What a hell of a choice. Again, if there's one thing that makes America different from any other country, is the right of one man, one vote. The Democratic Party in Alabama decided that your vote didn't count. So they invalidated all of the 14,000 votes that were selected on the primary. They got rid of them. You don't count. So you just wasted your time. 8:54 in the morning. Good morning. Who's this? Yes. Mm-hmm. What can you possibly have against the post office? Okay. All right. Well, all right. I got to get somebody from over there, though, because I don't want to dog them without giving somebody to represent them also. Okay. Appreciate it. I'm almost out of time. Good morning. Who's this? Yes. I'm doing fine. Oh, I don't agree. Well, they did, but the Constitution, no, the Constitution tells us the day to vote. Yeah. And their votes were counted. And their votes were counted. Again, the Constitution tells you when to vote. But that's not constitutional. It's not constitutional. You don't get to vote for the president. Okay. Okay. Listen, you want me to answer? Okay, I hear you. Constitutionally, you don't have a right to vote for the presidency for a month. All in the name of COVID. Good morning. Okay. All right then. You can always tell when it's getting like end of the show because I start getting all kind of weird calls. But that's okay. I'm good. Anyway, again, I just want one man, one vote. Again, the Constitution of the United States tells us when to vote for the presidency, when that election should take place. In 1918, we had a pandemic in America. We did not change. We had a civil war in America. We did not change the mandates of the Constitution of the United States. But come 2020, because of pandemics, we changed our whole modus operandi of voting. Okay, our whole MO. Okay, method of operation, all in the name because COVID was out there. So we did away. But like the Democrats said, never let a how they put it, never let a emergency or something stop you from doing things that you normally couldn't do. And they've been doing it for the last 2 years or so. All right. You're it. Good morning. Yes. I can handle it. And I said, give me a case. Give me a case. Give me a case. But give me a case where that happened. I can prove this one. I can prove this one. Okay. Well, I will look and see if they. I appreciate. I gotta go. I will look and see if in recent history if the Republicans have dispatched and threw away 14,000 votes where somebody voted for. I'll check that out and see if they've actually done that. I don't believe they have, but okay, if that's what you want to say, we can do that. Anyway, my time is up. We'll see you tomorrow. The good Lord says the same.
WSFA 12 News Update on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, I'm Jasmine Williams with WSFA 12 News. Here's what's happening this Thursday.
Don't you know? There I go. Don't you know? There I go. There I go. There I go. With Alabama situated on the dry side of Hurricane Ian, the Alabama forest reached